Okay, both connected.
And we're in warm up. We tried to have more lights tonight because tonight is a special episode. But we're in warm up. We're not starting it.
And then we'll share links, so give me a moment to type.
Setting up monitors as well.
I didn't actually plug today.
That's okay.
I plugged earlier in the week. I didn't plug today.
Well, in many ways, it's sort of
It's a private event.
it's like quote unquote. The fans will, fans meaning people who know the show will get it, and then people who just walk in, then they can just walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! I already see someone has joined us.
Let me get the YouTube link. One moment.
Hey, Andre.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Oh, and then okay, connecting. Oh shoot. It played audio.
Okay, I see Andre, Urim, Pico. Oh my gosh, that's pretty exciting. Yes, it's an exciting episode indeed. And if we're lucky, we will not have spillage.
Sorry. Oh, how come I can't? Ayun, it's like, how come I can't thank you? Okay, that should work.
I'm trying not to spray. We will end warm up in 1 minute.
Oh, and I see Jed's here also. Hello.
Hey, Jed. You have your comments?
Which is just. Oh.
Yeah, I just included extra in case you want to refresh.
I should not have licked my finger.
Spoiler shark looks so small because we're trying a wider camera. Oh my gosh.
So we have Urim, we have Pico, we have Andre. It's not bad.
But it has been quite a week.
Yeah.
And yesterday was quite a show with 4D waterworks.
I'm so sorry. I'm just glad my computer's okay.
Thank you so much to those who are already greeting, but it is 9:05 and I guess we can officially start in 3, 2, timer starts. This is Toby.
And this is Rocky.
And if it's your first time here, welcome to Baduy Pride, our little space on the internet where we talk about anything we want.
This is completely unscripted and not entirely accurate, but at least it's honest. Join us, we talk about everything and anything random live.
And if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for coming back to enjoy the show. So tonight is a special night because it is our 83rd, what a number.
It's a weird number.
Episode.
It's a prime number I'm not comfortable with.
And what makes the 83rd episode special?
Because we're doing our anniversary.
And unlike most episodes,
yeah, we're not going to host today.
Yes, we are actually just going to relax and let someone worry about keeping the conversation going.
Okay, yeah. So,
is he online?
Yes. So we're going to bring in our real host for today. It's Nico. Hello, Nico.
Hi, happy anniversary.
Wait, Nico. Wait. I think we should have headset.
Oh yeah, because I've turned it off.
One moment. There.
Oh no, it's near the drinks. Wait.
It's near the drinks. Wait. Okay. I will keep hitting you again with that, I suspect.
Okay, Nico, can you test talk?
Hi.
Oh no, I don't hear it. Yet.
One moment.
Wait,
Technical difficulties because none of us are paid to do this. Do, 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 do. Nico, can you try saying something?
Hi.
Oh no, wait. Maya.
Why is this happening? Oh my god. Keep talking, Nico, for now.
Do people hear Nico? Oh,
oh no, did we
we
lose
lost
Nico?
connection.
Can you see if we can reconnect? Yeah, we'll have to wait for Nico to click the link again and reconnect. One moment. The problems of a live stream show is that technical difficulties happen.
Try again.
Can you try talking now?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we don't hear you. I don't know.
Viewers, do you hear Nico? At least, if you can comment that you can hear Nico, please let us know. Nico, just keep talking until they comment.
It's my mic. There. Can you hear me?
Okay, Jed seems to say I hear both channels. Let's see if others also can confirm. Nico, just keep talking.
Hi, Jed. You can't?
Okay, they confirm that they can hear. We're the only ones who can't hear.
Oh, that's weird.
Nico Tuloy, this really makes me wish that you were here, because if you were here, then we could hear you.
Oh, that's very easy. Wait lang. A second.
Huh?
Okay, it's gonna feedback.
Okay, you have to kill that.
No, oh my god.
Okay, move the chairs.
Yeah, let's go kill
I
that
have
first.
to turn it off first.
Hello. Sorry.
So this
Okay, now you can hear.
So this is through technology. Nico has joined us as a hologram because the building is still strict. So we found ways. But yeah, Nico, welcome to Baduy Pride.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you
Now
can
I'm
squeeze in
sweating.
closer.
So Jed says mga bruha kayo.
Oh my god. I'm already sweating.
I know, me too. Wait lang.
So
Welcome
edition.
everyone. Pamilya Egg is together today.
Yeah, Nico, and with this official start, you are now in charge as the
Yeah.
host.
Although I guess we could already thank people who already who actually sent questions
Yeah.
to Nico. That's super helpful.
Now, how many questions got
Well,
sent
I
in?
have 14.
Wow.
14. So there's more questions than we have typically the
Yeah.
number of viewers.
Correct. So that's what I asked us for the whole show. I'm very sure. Drag race.
Reveal.
Wala pa.
Wala pang tough questions. Pinapawisan na ako. I don't know. And I think I want to make one last adjustment.
Okay, go.
Sorry.
You can do that. While you're doing that, so Nico, would you like to share so far what you experienced in terms of people sending the questions? Like, were there any funny moments of people connecting to
I
you?
didn't understand.
Google, huwag ka makisawsaw.
What's actually funny was, so we planned this out, was it 3 weeks ago?
Mhm.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So ever since we started talking about this, like, grabe yung kaba ko because I don't host naman. So, but, since it's them, so I really have to do it. I want to do it naman.
Okay, technically, you volunteered. You're like,
Yeah, but that's
when am
because,
I going to be on the show? May ganyan ka. And then
that's because we were drinking. So
we've been having like weekly drinking sessions with Nico
Yes.
in the last month or so.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
and
we
David's
have,
here. Hello, David.
we
Hi,
have
David.
our Friday drinking session. So that's where we started planning out how we're going to do this, when we're going to do it. So
Yay.
apparently I volunteered. So sige. Okay, you want to start?
It's your show.
Do we officially start or may costume change ba
No,
muna
no.
or something? Making sure kasi you're the host, we
Wait,
don't know it.
Actually,
Todo mo na yung aircon siguro.
I came prepared.
This is a very Nico moment.
Yeah,
I feel.
so, but
Na may
again,
costume
it's-
change
It
pa.
wasn't supposed to be about me, so never mind.
And just so everyone knows, we have extra lighting not because we needed it.
But on the side of the table.
I'll show it.
Yeah.
I brought it all the way from Makati just to have extra lights.
Oh my god.
So you have a golden complexion.
Yeah, we super. It's a special episode. So thank you for joining.
Andre says, pinaghandaan ang episode.
Yes.
Grabe yung planning natin dito. But yeah. But yun lang nawala ng sound. At least we were able to come up with a...
Oh, we needed a
way.
better way to like bring Nico in.
Although Urim was already making that na obvious. So, how do you want to start this, Nico?
Yeah.
Do you want to start with some basic stuff? Do you want to dive into the questions? Baka meron mga wala dito na gusto mong simulan as questions pang warm up.
Yung mga alam mo na. I don't know.
But, no, I think all of your viewers know naman, most of them know naman how you guys started, right? So, and how I became part of the family. So, the reason why I'm the anak is because when they started,
Because you said
they,
so. No, no.
yeah, but that's the real reason. No, so when I was living in Parañaque, Toby used to pick me up almost every night just
Oh
to
my
go to Opa.
Wait, commercial. I'm appreciative that Nico is telling his
I
own.
know. Normally, I'm the
story.
one telling the story.
Yeah.
Okay, sige.
And then one time he told me about Rocky and how much he fancied Rocky, ganyan, cute daw. So, and he started talking about like our rides to O-Bar and our rides home. We normally talk about them. And eventually I got to meet him.
Because at that time, Rocky was night shift.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't really go to O.
You don't, and you haven't really met him.
Yeah.
All I can do is talk about
So what
it.
Toby would do is he'd drop me off at O with all of the beers, and then he'll leave me just to meet up with Rocky first. Then he'll come back for me, then we'll start drinking again, then we go home talking about it. So that's how it all started. And then eventually I get to meet Paeg.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh my god, wait. Yay! We've hit more than 10!
Yay!
And just confirming if the audio levels are not clear because we are having the camera a bit further away than normal,
Because you
please
have to
just let
fit-
us know.
We have to fit everyone.
Yeah. I'm actually tempted to pull it in a bit more, but
No,
it's
I
okay.
think it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
okay.
You're already like on the edge.
I know, but yeah, okay.
Okay.
so where was I? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
so-
when I finally met Rocky, I think that's when I texted him that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pamilya Egg, right?
Yes.
Because Toby was I don't know why, but he called him Egg, right?
Yes,
It was
Egg was
code
one of the
speak.
code. Well, Egg was one of the code names we had for what we were going through.
Because I was still with someone else.
So
Nice.
that's how Pamilya Egg started, and then I don't know how or don't know why, but I texted Rocky na I texted him like my name was Dominico Sunico Abad or
Yeah.
or Abad.
Essentially.
Yes.
But yeah, that's how it started. And from the beginning, I've been a witness to their relationship, how it started and how it still is. And just recently, we've been talking a lot, and we got to know each other more. So there, that's the story of Pamilya Egg and how
Yay. This happened.
And as far as your family is concerned, were I in dalawang laging match?
Oh yeah. So sige, I'll tell that story. So
Sure.
my mom was wondering where I was going, so I was carrying my coat. Like I had 2 bags. So I had a change of clothes, and then I told them that I was hosting tonight's show. And then my brother asked,
Hosting?
"Yeah, hosting? Bakit? Saan?" Ganyan. And then I said, "What's their anniversary?" So my brother asked, "Who's Toby and Rocky?" And then my mom says, "Yung laging pareho ang shirt sa uban." And And then my brother says, yeah, kuya, the one who used to pick you up in Marina. Yes. And the one who gave, and Rocky's the one who gave you the Lego. So, yes. So those are the stories that stick to my family. And my mom and my brother know them very well. So,
Hello, Ma'am Yao.
Oh, I do. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay, hello. Okay, all right.
Okay, so let's start with the questions.
Oh my gosh.
What's our panic button? Wala kaming parang pass.
No. I asked you naman what I can't ask her.
Okay.
All of this
Okay.
naman will pass.
We prepped
Okay.
naman.
So,
Sige.
they don't know the question, by the way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they don't know who sent the questions, but I'll tell them later. But I'll ask them. So I didn't arrange the questions anymore, but yeah, let's start with the first one.
Okay.
What are the high and low points in your relationship? So let's start with you, Mami.
Oh,
I'm sure marami, but just one.
okay.
One high, one low.
I think for me, the high point, one of the high points at least, I won't say it's the only high point, because that's harder to really discern. I mean, it's hard to like decide what is the highest high point, because that always has baggage. Diba? And sometimes, just because it doesn't match doesn't mean you both didn't value it the same way. It's just that iba yung perspectives. So I think I'll just choose the high point. One of the high points for me was it was only in this relationship that I actually felt I needed to come up.
Oh.
In all the
Yeah.
years that I've been by, I never bothered. I actually was one of the people who felt, coming out, artehan lang yan and all this and that. But being with Rocky was the point in my life I realized, I got tired of lying to my parents, for example. Na parang, oh, where are you going? Oh, I'll be with my friends.
Yeah.
And, when they visit, oh, si Rocky, lagi na nandyan. And then the usual excuse when you're still closeted is, best friend ko po. And I realized I didn't want that anymore. So it was a high point because I never felt the desire to risk everything, so to speak. Yung parang, di ba, if it doesn't work out, what happens?
Mhm.
But wala, at that point, I realized nandun na ako eh. So, that was a high point for me that I never thought I would have.
Disclaimer na, I didn't ask Toby to come out. It's like,
Yeah.
this is
But I'll add to it. But yeah, I think what I also noticed when you started talking about, or when you started seeing each other, because I know the last guy you dated before.
Yes.
Me too.
So, but when Toby was talking about Rocky, he felt very sure, and I think that's what made me want to support him or support them, because he was very sure and he was very happy compared to what he was with that guy. Okay, so yeah, then let's go to your low point.
Low point. I think, and I'll just say this in passing. I think my low point was when I realized that there was a point we both needed to take a step back and study where we were, because we needed to understand, or no, not understand, but we needed to understand ourselves in order to be fair. It was a point in our relationship where we needed to break up, and that breakup, with that breakup had a lot of weight, but at the same time, I know I came to a realization far faster that I wanted to still try to make it work, and when I heard Rocky's side to it, which was reasonable, it was a low point in the sense that it really forced us to re-examine, parang, if we do get back together, why?
Yeah, I mean, because there was that feeling of, did we go too quickly? Did we just rush into it because we were so giddy and stuff? And this was like a few years in, so
yeah. So that was the low point I would cite, only because that also gave me a glimpse of how certain people were. Kasi there were some friends who were, hindi na kayo. Sabi ko sa'yo, wag na dapat. Kasi may boyfriend na yon dati. Ganyan. And ako, I was like, I'm sorry, you don't understand what's going on. But to hear some friends say that was medyo nano rin ako na parang, whoa, wait, I did not know yun ang tingin mo.
But you just broke up once, right?
Yes. But formally,
Well, twice if you count the idea that we had to break up.
that's gulo pa.
But that's
It's all in the same year. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all in the same year.
Those
2012 was an eventful year.
2012 in our relationship was 2020 of the real world.
Yeah. To be, yeah. Okay.
But having survived 2012, I think we realized we can survive anything. After.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so those are my answers. Your turn.
High point. It seems corny now because Toby's stories, reminds me of also like it was a nice moment. We just, I mean, I don't really talk. Which is my family hasn't always been like. Well, my parents have been super 100% like comfy with everything, and that's fine. It's a process. But then there was a point that, but they knew I broke up and they knew I was with someone else. And then I had a moment with my mom where she's like, I don't know, that you're a lot happier now. And then she really had this whole, you're a lot happier now with Toby. So that's interesting. And so that's
coming from your mom.
Yeah. So it was like, and we did normally talk about these things. So the fact that she brought it up was such a big deal. Then it was really like well, of course, there's like, was I miserable before, or was I not as happy? So I don't know. I mean, but there was like, it was markedly different now. Like this, how I am in this relationship versus the previous. So that was an interesting insight. But then low siguro, I mean, beyond that, I think was I think in our first year or so, it took me a while to fully disentangle myself from my ex. And I thought we were okay, and then we broke it off, and then I got together with Toby, but then we still had some problems, and I still had a lot of like I had to unlearn dealing with him as my boyfriend, and to relearn how to deal with him as a friend. So that was a complicated period that came in. It came in later. It didn't come in right when we got together.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That was a struggle. And Toby was very patient.
Yeah, but I also had to learn stuff during that time. Because I was also coming from, nasanay ka ng, in a relationship, there are certain things. But it was in this relationship you realize parang even some of the certain things you expect are very childish. Yeah. And in a more mature relationship, you look beyond certain expectations. I'm sorry, I can't read the comments. I'm not wearing my glasses.
Bakit? Binati ka na happy birthday ni Joe.
Hindi ako si Lester.
Oo nga. Parang mali. Parang strike 2 ka na, Joe. Parang strike 2 na. Strike 1 yung picture. Anyway.
Sana tinag mo ako, pero mas masaya.
Para todo na. Kasi nandyan na eh.
Okay, before we continue, I'll grab your beer.
Yes,
because you're out of a bottle.
Okay.
Do you need a refill?
I'll okay pa. No, kasi I can do that. It's just it's all here.
Let's read the left comments first.
Yeah, comments.
It's a lot of like.
Oh yeah.
That was the sound part. Yeah, then we got that point, and then Pico was very excited to see you here. Oh, Jay's here pala. Hello, Jay.
Yeah. Yurim, I think Yurim was commenting because he was Yurim and Yurim and a number of friends were like a huge support group during our time apart.
Yeah.
And they were the ones who were sobrang making sure I was okay kasi nga that affected me very differently.
So Andre asks, was it a cool off thing? I think the breakup. No,
it was a full breakup.
Yeah, it was a full breakup because it.
Talaga sumagot na no.
Well, you knew,
and we were still like all talking to Nico.
Yeah. Because I guess to not get into too much detail, you can just support if there's more things I missed. But it came from a situation that was outside the norm. And when we ended that situation, we all realized we needed to understand why we got into that situation in the first place.
Hello, Cedric Danes. We have not seen you before. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, and then what's the gap? Well, for context, our original anniversary when we first got together was in April, a few days before Toby's birthday.
Yes.
And then we broke up, and then we just and then we reset the the anniversary to November 17th.
Yes.
And then for a while we were like we're starting from zero.
Yeah.
So like in 2017, 2012, 2013, we were still saying like it's our first year again together and ganyan. And naguguluhan lahat na parang bakit? But then after a while, it just felt silly. Then we counted back to 2009.
Yeah.
But the anniversary stayed at the new date, which is November. So it acknowledges that we had a period to move through.
Mm-hmm. And just so you all know, viewers, if there's anything we're saying that is not consistent with the facts, Nico will tell us.
Pressured.
si Nico yung parang fact checker. Yung parang,
I'll
Toby,
confirm.
hindi yun
Yeah.
yung sinabi mo.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. Are there any problems that you guys never resolved?
Never.
I don't think so.
That's a tricky question because one, it assumes there are problems.
That's true.
I think one thing that we realized
Meow kanina.
I think one thing that we realized very quickly is that there's differences and there are problems.
Okay.
And in
that's
many
fair.
relationships, differences are seen as problems.
Mm.
Because that was one of the things we really quickly realized that, differences, for example, I would find myself wanting to watch horror. Rocky wouldn't be interested in other, and that's where many problems start.
There's this weird tone that Toby has when he's pretending to be other people. He's like, who are these people that Toby is like imitating?
But yeah, so going back, we kind of realized that, well, at least I'll speak for us. We want to make sure it's still. I quickly realized that there were many things which I thought were problems in previous relationships. That in this one, I realized, well, they're just differences, and they're just. Do I now want to make an effort to connect to that difference, or will I just respect? I'm sorry, it's not mine. And express that. Para Rocky naman knows also, and he can relate with it in his own way.
I think in one of your episodes, that's the way you explained that they're
Mhm.
Yeah. So I guess if you go to, I feel like if you just look at yesterday's episode about life hacks, then you'll see that there are definite differences in the way we handle things, and that's always going to be the case. And then if you go back to there was the episode about things that we like differently.
Yes.
Again, it stresses that there's a lot of stuff, but I don't think they're like super problems. Because to be fair, from the get-go, which was not always easy, we committed to talk through any problems that do come up when they come up. And they become very difficult, very honest conversations.
Yes.
So that we resolve things. But we always viewed it as we're not naman fighting. I don't think we've ever actually had like fights. We had things we had to discuss, and then it can be awkward, painful, but then in the end, because but at the beginning of the conversation, it's always still, I still love you. We still love each other. We want to make this work. And then
or parang I have to talk to you about something medyo heavy. Are you okay to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Ganun
And then
moments.
we'll just deal with it, and then we're okay. So I think we've generally had an approach of we'll talk through. We generally feel like we can talk about anything, no matter how difficult. And then so when there are things that could become big problems, we talk about them right away. And it's not always easy. Then I'm for sure every now and then may iyakan and whatever. But then in the end, because we still wanted to be together, then we're still here. And yay, 11 years. Okay.
Okay, so next question. What do other people say about you as a couple? So my mom would say again, it's the couple who wears the same shirt.
How do we answer this question? I don't know.
What do you think, Talas? What do you
Sige.
think people say about you as a couple?
You go first naman. Kanina pa ako nauna.
I guess it's Toby and Rocky. It has a nicer rhythm than Rocky and Toby, I don't know. Wala lang. I don't know. I mean, like, no, I honestly have no clear
Really?
idea. I mean, I don't think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Sige na.
At most, what that we're the board game couple or
Mhm.
something, or
Yeah, that's
diba?
fine,
Like we're
I
always the geeky stuff, and
Mhm.
then um. I Obar kasi our admittedly at Obar our dynamic is weird because I'm normally taking photos and videos.
And I'm not normally engaged with you.
Yeah.
Because you're busy with the photos.
Yeah, but you make hawin mo lahat.
Toby's like creating a barrier around me.
Practice taking a picture. Move.
But like at Obar, we're not necessarily super like we're not even on the same side of the table.
Yeah.
More often than not. We're
Mas
on
rare
opposite
kung
sides.
magkatabi kami.
Yeah.
Normally sa Obar, opposite sides kami.
Because Toby likes to park me inside
So
so
you're
that
safe
I
from-
don't get hit, and then
Pero walang harap.
So I mean, we'll still dance and
Mhm.
stuff, and then and yeah.
So, Yuri says the Baduy couple. Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes.
I know some friends, I don't know if I should mention them, but I know some friends see us supposedly as the ideal couple, but they speak in the sense of kasi we both have collections of stuff we like.
And so
And they
that's
want-
more geek friends
and
because
they
we generally like a lot of the same things.
yeah.
Then it's not a conflict.
So they're like, sana kami rin, pwedeng ganyan yung house, pwedeng ganyan na we can share with,
I mean, and I know friends who catch us dancing at O and then take video and then send us, and it's like from the balcony or something, and like, okay, yeah, that's so. Then we're like we're the stupid dancing people at O, because we don't necessarily dance well. We're just happy, and then we don't care what other people think because we've been
Well, that's
We've
the
been-
whole point.
we've been dancing at O since forever, so I don't care about you.
we don't dance for you.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so let's move to the fourth.
Ikaw, wait, may
What?
may iba bang, I don't know, what do you hear?
This is about you.
No, what do you hear? Like,
Yeah,
how do
I agree
people
with you,
address
right? That's
us?
the Baduy couple.
Ah,
And
sige.
yes, also with the fact that you guys have similar likes. So
Mhm.
yes, those are the things. Pero sabi kasi ako kasi parentals kasi so I don't see it that way. I don't know, it's weird, but but yeah, I agree with all of
And that's really the thing of like parentals, diba? It's like
Ganun eh.
it's like
Kids.
how I don't know.
Kids will always be, ew, parent.
no, diba? Like, what do you think about your mom and your dad? Oh, no. Okay. Sige, this one's I don't think
Should I refill?
How would you describe your relationship dynamics to a 5-year-old?
What? Okay.
But that's hard,
It's a tricky question.
Considering
Yeah.
I have a nephew, who is not 5, but he's younger.
na.
Well, these are good questions, by the way. Thank you for sending them.
I don't know. I think I would just start with that. That I love Toby loves me, so we love each other very much, and we've been together for a while. And then I don't think I want to add on to it. I don't want to make it sound like that it's different or
Yes.
Yeah.
or irregular. Then it's like your mommy and daddy who love each other. Then that's my 5-year-old
I
explanation.
think that's the important thing, that when we do explain it to a young kid, we're not over romanticizing that it's special or different.
Mhm.
Only because we don't want them to think naman it's super rare that gay couples happen.
That's
And
true.
while there is to some extent a
Lean
rarity,
back a bit more.
while there is to some extent a rarity, baga there are more people who are not into long-term relationships than us, at least in our circles.
Mhm.
You put spray.
Oh no! I placed it in the wrong glass.
Which
I'm
makes me
so
my next
sorry.
question.
I shall transfer. But yeah.
That was sugar. And
I'll get you a new glass.
then the duck gets mad at you.
Oh, by the way, now ngayon ko lang nag-join yung stream na there's so many props.
Nakahanda lang on
You can
the
see it,
sides.
grabe.
Oh, hello, RJ. Thank you for the greeting.
I'm so
What's-
sorry.
Pico, what's LE5? What's that? I don't know what that means. Or is that the real reference to the 5-year-old thing? Wow, I haven't tasted Sprite in a while. Not so much. Keto, yo.
Continue, continue.
Yeah, sige, what's the next question?
Sige. What are quirks you like in your significant other?
Oh my god, really? No, it's
It's a smaller.
because Toby has it's a different glass.
Yeah.
Toby has many quirks.
Sorry? Oh, sure, sorry.
I mean, as much as I grown about things a lot about Toby's really terrible jokes and stuff and constant punning and all that, I do like it. I do appreciate it. It's stupid, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, like the pink joke. Yeah, that was funny.
Nico is continually carrying the banner of Picati.
I don't think people know the big happy.
We mentioned it na one night, but then yeah.
Randomly kasi, Mamita would ask me like, what is pork chop in Tagalog?
Huh?
So I said, I don't know. Pig happy. And he was very serious, like dead serious. Okay.
And Toby does it all the time. And then like I'm constantly on guard for puns. And his favorite is like he'll translate things. And it's just so annoying. Very literal translations. Hence, Pigate is one of them for pork chop. RJ is like, who's guest? This is Nico. Hello. So yeah, and then our anak. And we're how many years? This is our 11th year together. Yay.
Stupid.
It's okay.
Ayun naman, Mamit.
What quirks? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, quirks. Okay, I have to move closer a bit. Can you move your chair?
Yeah.
One step.
Yeah. Nico, don't move because you're gonna exit this now.
Alright.
Okay. So quirks.
Nico, hello.
What quirks? So Rocky has schedules, and you cannot break those schedules, no matter how you get.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
So, even if he's getting all hot and sweaty, you'll have to behave when Rocky has workout.
Wait, my workouts are my workouts. It's not meant to attract you.
But it does. Okay. What else? Quirks.
No.
It's something that I don't know.
Okay, that's harder.
Diba?
Something you
I
don't
want to
know
challenge you,
is harder.
Yeah, that's I think most of my daily routines, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about schedules.
I think the newest quirk is since you miss your nephew so much, you have to see his heading home videos daily.
It's getting picked up at school.
And if you don't see them, you get cranky. Kasi parang you weren't able to make salubong.
Kasi naman normally, I'd be able to visit Singapore once a quarter. Between work and family, I always have a reason to go to Singapore. And then I haven't. So I wait for my sister to update every day. And then it's all these him running out the door from school and sometimes running away entirely. That's
dodging the parents and running off. But yeah, and then I already mentioned the 3-book rule. So
when I buy books, I can buy one, but then the moment there's 2, it needs to be 3. So I keep adding.
But once it's 3, it now has to be multiples of 3. So if 3 cannot become 4, it cannot become 5.
It'll become
3
6.
must be 6. Cannot become 7.
That's a quirk.
Yes.
That's new.
And there have been times I tried, parang, sige, I can get this. Para this the 3rd
It doesn't
book.
count. It can't be Toby's books. It has to be my books.
Yes.
I don't buy as many physical books anymore, thankfully. Library. Oh, and then Mamio says, 11th year is steel. Hope you guys stay strong. And as stainless as steel. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I never keep track of like the anniversary. Pipes.
There's wood, there's steel, diamond, gold.
I just know that like we've been together longer than some people have been married. So wala lang.
Okay, let's move to the next question. What issues did you encounter when moving in, and how did you resolve it? This was in Cubao pa rin.
Yeah, the Cubao was the first move in. Number 1, I don't know how to pack. apparently. I overloaded a bunch of boxes with my books. And then Toby took one look and like, it's gonna collapse. And then he had to redo my packing. Consider I had worked on it for a better part of the week. That was one. And then
I have to agree. Kasi, so by the way, they gave me a big box of vintage Lego sets. So when I opened it, akala ko ang dami-dami. But like right under the set, there were like books and like, huh?
Books.
Books.
Did you count? Was it a multiple of 3?
They didn't work a purchase, it doesn't count. So,
but
nakataon lang yun. Nakataon lang.
I was going to say,
3 is a nice number, guys. It's a better prime, and it's a nice multiple. Okay, so,
there was the fake out.
what do you mean?
Because on day 1,
Oh,
yeah, there was the fake out.
day 1 I had a meltdown and like, are we really doing this? Are we really doing
And
this?
you wanted to make sure. So you wanted to give
My ex another chance.
Yeah.
May ganyan pa kami. Na,
So on the day 1 of the move, Rocky suddenly tells me he can't. And at that time, I was like, okay, I understand. But man, ibang feeling na you're in the unit alone. And suddenly thinking, wait, is this still gonna happen?
it was in Cubao na.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready.
So that was a scary moment.
But in the end, we still did it.
Mm.
It's like we hauled that night. And then I just had weird cold. Because again, it was that everything was so fast. Everything was so fast.
It was.
Because like we first met in person in Feb, and then parang by March now we knew something it was
happening.
becoming super serious. And then
And then I tried to pull away pa.
that was March.
Mm-mm.
And then kasi nga, tas parang by April officially kami na. So parang, it was a whirlwind first year. Other things moving together.
I did not have a checking account
Oh, yeah.
or a credit card at that time, officially.
Toby had weird financials.
I was very liquid.
He still is. He's still very cash based. I
So-
don't understand.
So when we moved, I had to create an account in order to have checks for the yung
to get the unit.
the unit, and then it was a lot of paperwork which I never thought I needed or ever wanted to do,
Mhm.
and that was a hurdle, admittedly, because I was sobrang, oh my god, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What else?
Wait, which reminds me, I have to look for the envelope. Toby's envelope. So I'll look for it.
I think one of the first things was that I had gotten so used to like if I download shows and then I just watch them on the computer and then I wouldn't involve Toby sometimes or most of the times I wouldn't involve Toby, and this became one of our first discussions. It was really like,
Yeah.
why are you watching that alone? And don't you think I would be interested also? And like, really?
And I was coming from selfish expectation nga na wala tayo na, so dapat we should be doing things together.
And
I was also immature at that point.
And I super remember because I was watching old episodes of Mask, the cartoon. And then like, okay. But it was a learning experience. And then so and that's what kind of started us watching everything together. But then also later on became, okay, this show, it's not worth our shared time. And then I will watch it apart. And I'll tell Toby, like, I'm demoting this show.
Yeah.
I'll just finish it now.
But there are times like now, lately, Homeland. I didn't like it at first. So
I went on.
So Rocky watched, and then after a while, I started watching, and then okay, I'm starting to like it. So Rocky's like, oh, what are you watching? Homeland. Okay, antayin kita.
I'm at season 7. I cannot continue season 7 now, waiting for Toby to catch up to season 7. It's been a long journey. We're still not there.
What else? I did not know how to cook.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. I super
Kahit paano, I can prito.
Yeah.
But Toby Toby could prito.
I could prito, but I was not confident enough in using the stove. I needed someone to guide me. Because I was always afraid sa sabog, etc. This and that.
So that's why you were posting all of your
Food. Because I was
Yes.
sobrang, oh my God, I'm cooking na.
Yeah.
And yes, we first started cooking on a rice cooker.
Yeah.
Wala pa kami
Yung
stove.
everything nakapatong sa rice.
Nagpiprito ako sa rice cooker. Well, we got a stove eventually.
No, that
May
was
gas stove. May gas stove na nun.
Meron na.
Oo.
Kahit pa nagluto, or most likely then we'd get food.
No, we ordered McDo.
We'd order food or this downstairs sa the
Yeah.
fifth.
Yung barbecuehan. Remember sa
Yeah.
food doon.
Uh-huh.
Doon tayo sa baba kakain. But yeah, I did not know how to cook, so I had to learn how to do that, and it was funny because actually until now I still have those panic moments because I'm always no because because I have had really terrible cooking incidents, including leaving the oven open and falling asleep.
Shut up, Jed. No, I could frito. Sorry. And then no, but yeah, it was what's this? And then Toby still has meltdowns. And then I just before I'm like, no, it's okay. Ganyan.
It's okay.
Now I'm just
it's
like
okay.
then we just the last one, then we just do it.
Fine.
It's like, oh no, I did the ganyan and the wrong sequence, ganyan. Then we'll just remove it. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, we'll be fine. And then and then every time you're trying to feed Nico, it's always this. Is it okay? Is it okay?
So I'm sorry I left it on. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So different.
Urim suggests to talk about your dog change.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, Toby
So-
used to be super afraid of dogs. That was a weird
It
thing.
was why my nickname online for a time was Garapata.
I'm trying to use back.
Oh yeah.
I was super into vampires. I love the concept of vampires, especially from role-playing games. But then I also hated dogs. So I was thinking Garapata, kalaban ng dog, and then blood sucking, perfect.
Oh, Nico.
And then after being with Rocky for some time, we eventually were in that situation where nagka-dog sa bahay. And that was during the murky years of 2012. And with that dog, and I remember that was a point na parang I was a bit angry na parang why is there suddenly a dog? But then they were really, talk to the dog, relate with it. The only way to get over your fear is you interact with the dog. So did that, fell in love with the dog, super happy, and then the dog dies of parvo. So sobra ako na depressed, na traumatized, and then I guess to help cope, that's when Yoshi came. And from that point on, suddenly a lot of friends were, sino to? Sino ka? Because here's Toby, the guy who hates dogs, now messaging, me and my dog, I'm training Yoshi to do this and that. At sobrang parang unheard of yung ikot. I mean, it reached a point, as I mentioned in one of the other episodes, wherein I was in a bar with friends. I think Urim was one of the friends there and a few other geek friends. We were at the bar drinking and a girl comes in with a small dog, a toy dog. And as the girl sits behind us,
Have you heard this story? This is a good story.
I glance and I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, why, what's wrong? And I'm like, shit, may aso. And they're like, it's okay, Toby, it's a toy dog. Di ako naman, okay, toy lang. So relax ako.
I don't know why he thought this. Wala pa kami na.
Now, the chair I'm on is this couch thing. Just a girl nasa couch thing. And then all of a sudden, dog comes up and, hello. Nag-amoy siya gano'n. Di ako, oh shit, the dog's real. Gano'n ako.
It's not a toy. It's not a toy.
And they're like, oh nga, toy dog. And like, no, I thought it was a toy. Nagluluha na ako sa takot. And it was that irrational. I could not explain why I was scared, but I was scared. So with the 2012 world of darkness, that was when I broke through and became close to a dog. And after that, with Yoshi, I just super
It was kind of
connected
crazy.
to the point that I almost was more so good sa dog than you at that point.
Because I've always been a dog person. And then actually our family had golden retrievers, and Toby, we had to check out the house a few times. Toby would drive me over. He'd stay in the car.
Yeah,
and then syempre, retrievers are super like jumping. Then it's like velociraptors with fur.
That was my term. Velociraptors.
Like they're
with fur.
retrievers. They're like I was like, look, I can stick my hand in
The
this
mouth.
jaw, and then like I'll go like that, and then he'll never bite because that's a retriever. But that it was just Toby could not handle it. Could not handle dogs. But yeah, and then in the end, sila pa parang super siya nag-train kay Yoshi, hindi ako.
Yeah, I know. That was such a change, and a lot of friends were really, it's not really you, Toby. Where's Toby? Who are you? Yung mga ganong jokes.
Toy dog. Okay,
Okay.
next.
Okay. Seventh question. See, we're halfway through pala, 1 hour. Thanks for the question, but
Because
You
like,
have-
hey,
you
people
guys
said
have a lot.
questions.
so what is the one thing you would want to tell the world about your significant other? So let's start with you now.
I don't know. What's it? Wow, you can Romeo on. I don't like to play at Ryan's place.
Oh my gosh, Romel, hi! Romel's part of the original group I used to game with. As in, first few years of gaming was sila. Yes, Romel, because Ryan had a dog that ran around the house.
I don't know. I think what's it? Sorry, I think reword the wording of the question again.
What is the one thing you would want to tell the world about your significant other?
Okay, then I can just be proud. Then I would just say that Toby is. I do not know anyone who loves role playing games as much as Toby, and he is an amazing advocate for the hobby. That's it. Na parang anyone, he got me into role playing games, and then we're going to pull Nico into it soon, and then
Well, you got me to gaming, but
so we've been playing board games now. So I mean all these things, but nobody advocates that. I feel that I know of is super passionate about it, and then I'm glad that he's creating games already. But yeah, that's what I'm most proud of. Okay, you. I had a good one.
Daya!
I'm prepared. Go.
Man, where do I start? It's starting to feel like,
We always talk about Rocky naman. So. Well, he does, right?
Arlene says hi to us.
oh my
Hello.
god, hi Arlene. Arlene, Romel, hi. Okay,
Sige nga, sige nga.
so I'll start first with
It's one thing lang.
Wala.
Allah, I'm sorry. There's gonna be more than one.
Dahil not following.
If you're gonna ask me to choose just
No,
one,
wala.
then I'll need time
Let's
to
stick
think
to one.
about
Then,
it.
then my number 2 is Toby doesn't follow instructions. No?
Let's pick the one that was
Okay.
bullshit.
I will start. Sorry, I will start with there is no one I've seen who is more patient and yet very frank when it comes to knowing you can be a better person than Rocky.
Explain.
Okay, then,
Pero medyo magulo yung wording mo, but I think I know where you're
because in as much as I thought I was already happy with who I was, it was only through you that I realized how much I could be better. And it was only because you were the person willing to tell me these things that it opened my eyes to see it. I mean, you have people who would not be frank enough to say things that needed to be better.
So you're saying I'm blunt, no? Which I am, I
Yeah,
know.
but you're not.
I'm not to be mean. I'm very candid.
Yeah, I didn't think it. Kasi blunt implies you'll just say it without care, but hindi you're not that. You still know how to massage the message.
Diba, Nico, are you okay?
Look, Mami says, I mean, yes, even for me, yeah.
And and in addition to that, I am still dying and hoping for the day to come wherein you will now allow the rest of the world to hear the stories you have to tell. You have a passion for writing so much that you devote to blogging and your reviews to people who have never even met you. But
Okay.
your own stories, you have yet to be willing to get it out there in more formal ways.
Yeah.
Diba? Like, self-publishing books and this and that. And I can't wait for that moment. Because because I know it is
Somebody says this a lot.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I know it's a terrifying gap to jump over when you take that, sige, I'll release it na. Because even if I've already released stuff, I still go through that every time I have a new game I'm about to release. And lalo na for fiction, because for fiction, there's always a piece of you that's in that story.
And then you make me watch that terrible video on the legal dramas of the Omegaverse, and like, how is this supposed to inspire me to publish? But sige, no, but I'm just kidding.
For knowledge is forearm.
Ay, nako.
It was a very good answer. This is not scripted. I was going to ask that question.
No, but I guess.
So it came
I mean,
think
but
it came from the heart.
yeah, and I don't know the whole. I don't know. I mean, I've always been very candid with people, especially with friends, and then all the more I always feel like I want to. What's this? I'm your tough love friend, so I will tell you when I think that bad things are going on, and I know that not everybody takes it well. There are some people who were upset, but I don't know if there's any reassurance. I come from a good place, and Nico has gotten a lot of it over our friendship. It's really I don't know when you name when you named us parentals, then it became. I think I took it super seriously.
Yeah.
And you even questioned it. You message Nico and say,
What do you no more like what do you mean, and then what are you really asking? So but then I mean I take it very seriously. And then the few people who try to like
call themselves
or claim to be it's like I don't think you're ready. And then when we have conversations like no. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's done. Next.
Okay. Kilig ka na. Nakakinilig din. So, what is the one thing? Sorry, no, we're done with that. So, what are your hidden guilty pleasures that they don't know about?
Oh my gosh. We will try to keep this monetization friendly.
Sige nga, Toby. What are your guilty pleasures? Hidden guilty pleasure.
That they don't know about, like your friends. I think the people watching.
Guilty pleasure. Kasi that only applies if you feel guilty that you're happy you're doing it.
That's true. Toby's like very all in and enjoys stuff.
Okay. To go to the lesser known ones.
The blasphemy.
Okay, I'm really annoyed. I can't read it. I have to wear my glasses. It's further kasi so it's this middle ground of it's slightly sharper than normal. Because it's away.
Toby's year is still accepting the fact that he needs reading glasses.
But I'm nearsighted, so reading.
No, you're reading.
So that's why this is slightly clearer. If I do it it's sharper, but it's also weird kasi now it's parang malayo. And, anyway.
Answer the question na daw.
Okay.
Hirap mag-host.
Guilty pleasure. I like food surprises. I like shocking people with food. So I like finding ways to bring home food unexpectedly and ganyan. But I hate surprises. When I'm the one given a surprise, I don't like it.
We've had arguments that on the approaching the level of are you cheating on me because I'm preparing a surprise, and he gets super praning na parang I sense you're hiding something. Ganyan siya. And then we'd fight, and then it's like because it's your birthday and I wanted to do ganyan. So that's like
something we learned.
Yeah, that we learned that if you're gonna surprise each other, we can't plan long,
or at least you can't plan completely blind. Meron na yung parang I'm planning something for your birthday.
Then like
yun na. At least maybe.
Because it sends weird signals and then it, especially I don't know, it just sends weird signals, and then we get weirdly paranoid about things. Or you do it at the last minute.
Yes.
So there's no time for the other to pick up
your thing.
Yeah. Kasi I swear we've had fights na parang on the level of are you cheating on me? And like it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
And then other than that, I guess my only other guilty pleasure, which I haven't practiced in a while, is rescuing sad toys.
Yeah, hence many of the stuffed toys and stuff.
I really had this I see a toy that looks pangit, and I'll be like, why no one's gonna buy him? And then I'll get the toy and I'll go to Rocky. Can I buy him? Kasi kawawa yung toy. But yeah, I don't know. Because there was ice cream, but I don't feel guilty at all.
Nobody has no guilt about ice cream. Lala, he's living with me, who's on keto, who can't have ice cream. No problems every day na may ice cream siya and desserts. Whatever. So, mine, to some degree, was this local BL started as a guilty pleasure. That I was watching it without Toby. And then there's only some things that I've involved. Like, I only made Toby watch Game Boys. I regret making him watch Hello Stranger. And then beyond that, I haven't really involved him. And then I really don't involve him in the number of reaction videos I have watched. But then I've gotten tired of reaction videos now. So I don't know. So that's one. And then siguro, I've had phases of weird videos that I like, that Toby really questions me. Which is like, I went through pimple popper videos for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And then
yes, that is Rocky's
earwax cleaning is more fulfilling.
As in, we are,
because the doctor explains the medical procedure.
As in, we are, cuddling and all in bed, and then I'll start hearing sounds, and I glance, and Rocky's looking at someone's pimple being drained, and I'm like, oh my god, why are we looking at that?
It's good stuff. Dental plaque sometimes, but then the videos aren't as good quality. So that I have a range of these weird, like, I like cleaning.
And I guess the closest to my guilty pleasure that you scoff at is my interest in all these weird conspiracy, stupid science things.
Yeah.
Everything from, I would watch flat earth videos just to see why they think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like watching stuff, and Rocky's like, oh my god, why are you watching that? And I'm like, because it's fun, because it's interesting to see their perspective. I'd watch Ancient Aliens and ganyan. Because I like seeing how they think.
I don't
makes sense.
Okay, since you mentioned that, let's jump to the.
Oh wait, sorry. David's like, "Are you cheating on me? It's your birthday." It's like the saddest 8 words put together in a while. But it really happened. We had an argument.
Ed says, "Now I suddenly want ice cream." Oh.
Okay.
It's funny you mentioned conspiracy theories because we have a question.
Oh my god.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? What? Sige, and I'll add why.
I do believe in the we are far smarter than we thought idea. That, kasi a lot of people keep the general consensus is that the older civilizations were not as advanced as the current ones. But I can't help but feel that that's an oversimplification, considering ang daming artifacts of the old world that do not make sense if they were really not as smart. I can't remember the name, that something mechanism, which was basically parang an astrolabe.
To explain, just believe.
Yeah, but yeah, they have stuff like that. They had those Baghdad batteries that literally functioned like batteries during the ancient era, which supposedly they used to illuminate things while inside the pyramids. Which sounds stupid if you think about it as pyramids and ganyan. But then it does kind of connect to technology. It's hard to really claim what's there when you look at the ruins. And I'll always relate it to the modern day. If right now our civilization was affected in some way and electricity stopped working in 50, 100 years from now, when you look back in the modern day, you won't see the knowledge we have on the internet.
This is always Toby's example.
You won't see the culture we have in movies and film, because by then celluloid film has disintegrated now. So people will think we don't know the concept of movies. We don't have music beyond just instruments. We don't have an internet. We don't have. So there's not enough rocket ships for them to find out that we've been doing space travel.
So David says, no need to explain conspiracy theories, just believe. And this was his question, by the way.
Thank you.
But you,
the closest I'll get to a conspiracy theory, I believe, is that antivirus companies probably make viruses. But That's about it.
Parang you can see how it's logically something that might be
It
happening.
worked, but I'm really not. I'm not. I mean, like they're interesting, they're amusing, but then I'm not because I still want evidence. So then, if I don't have evidence, I can't believe. That's me. I'm still very like, um, I even if it makes sense, if there's no evidence for it, then I can't. I just can't. Maybe it's the Star Trek person in me that I want logical proof and all the like.
So David says, I think the better way to see it is that we probably free,
Probably
fair,
equally.
If the ancient civilization have the same level of technology as we do. As we do.
A
Yeah.
believer.
I don't think they were super advanced compared to us. But yeah, just kasi diba we have those claims na recent discoveries on astronomy and supposedly the planet beyond Pluto and all this and that. But then you're supposedly this information showing there were similar studies in the past. So
Wow. It's the second one.
that was a very well-timed quack.
Okay.
The ducks are secret.
Is that part of the conspiracy?
Yes.
Wait, sige, before I jump into the questions again, we have a phone in.
What's the phone-in question?
Can I ask this one?
Yeah,
Noel has a question that the answer is obviously Toby. That's all I'm going to say.
So we can't ask it.
I don't think we should.
I will leave Rocky to decide if you will ask.
No, I don't. It's gonna flag it. It's gonna flag. And then, I don't know. Or, ano yun? What was the, ano? We gonna do? Yung sign language?
No. Well, that's X.
Okay.
No, it's like that.
Okay. Toby. Toby is the answer all the time.
Ay, nako.
This morning, I was
Hoy!
just
Hoy! Laglagan! Laglagan!
So you're trying to give hints. No,
And you weren't sleeping. You were awake.
Let them try, let them try to guess.
You were awake. You were pulling my hands there.
Ay, nako. Ay, nako.
Ay, nako, ako din. Wait, I wasn't sure.
Next question.
Okay. Ideally, how would you spend your birthday? Do you expect surprises from each other, or are you both aware of what to expect?
So I think we've answered we
Mark.
don't expect surprises because it's a problem.
I mean, we do still smaller surprises. Like
Yeah.
we'll try to get a gift, or Rocky will try to sneak in a cake, and then magugulat na lang ako may cake. Mga ganong ano. But I think part of also what has made it trickier to plan is we also have to take into consideration that family will also want some degree of celebration.
Mhm.
And it's hard to surprise someone you live with. And then yung pa, no, it's very hard to surprise someone you live with. And then lalo this quarantine, there's no getting away from each other. So there's really not much you can do. I mean, but for me, like the only thing I look forward to pag birthday is Obar. That I want an Obar celebration. And then as long as Nico is there, then I'm okay. I mean,
No, tsaka every time it's your birthday naman, like, Mamito would go.
but you
No,
know,
it's Rocky's birthday.
but you
Rocky's
but I reached a point like I don't super expect other people. I mean, it's nice when they show up, but then I don't.
Oh,
It's not
Yeah.
as ano.
I mean-
I just feel bad if you're not there.
There have been instances where in the birthday celebration, despite we're telling people that we'll be there and stuff, there have been instances where people have not showed up, and we don't mean naman na no one showed up.
Yeah.
It's just that parang sometimes you'll invite around 30 people, and then 5 do show up, and you're grateful that 5 did, but you do also feel stupid that you
Invited so many.
Yeah.
oo na parang okay. And then you didn't even exactly hear naman from them na parang, uy, Toby, sorry, I can't make it. Like, ganyan. So there's that, parang it feels like you're making a fuss over something if you bring it up pa. But then it's never brought up, and now you're feeling,
And then we just stopped inviting as many people.
yeah, and we just announced na lang. And then if
Yeah.
people show up, be good.
Yeah.
If people don't, then fine. So
But
yun
in
yung source.
In
no?
terms of expectation, I just expect Nico to find a way to be there.
In my case, it was a lot of, may mga kasabay kasi ako na may birthdays there. So I don't,
in our circle of
Oo,
friends.
so I don't blame friends who can't make it. Kasi minsan, And it's not sabay na sa parehong birthday, but it has been a lot of, kunyari, birthday ng isa mas maaga ng sa akin. But for some reason, celebration niya sa birthday ko. So parang nahiya naman akong kumontra kasi nauna siya. Yung mga ganong instances. So bottom line, after getting disappointed and then frustrated and then we talk about it, we decided, you know what, let's just celebrate. And then if people show up, then great. If people don't, basta we're celebrating.
Mm-mm.
But
But then Obar is like the
this is Mamita. I mean, every time it's your birthday, he wants to make sure that you would enjoy it and you would get to celebrate it.
yeah. And then
And
parang
that's coming since day
Yeah.
one.
And admittedly, dati it was easier pa to have a birthday show. Because iba pa yung format nila sa, I'm trying to choose my word properly, but iba pa yung format sa bar nun. Whereas now they have a more professional scheduling of what they'll present. So nakakahiya naman to say, yung isang set gawin mong tungkol sa amin. Di ba? You don't wanna impose.
Post-inuman. Maybe, Noel. Maybe.
Post-inuman, we're drinking already.
And you're also drinking. I saw your IG story.
I have a question.
Sige.
When you plan like
Mhm.
Papa X's birthday, does he know about it or is it?
Well, he knows there's a plan. Lapit ka ng konti. Lumalayo ka na. Nawawala ka na sa picture. He does know there's a plan. Kasi nga, that was the thing I was stressing na with family, syempre, it's hard naman to tell family sometimes na meron ka ng ibang plano.
Mm-mm.
So, we try to map out things in advance para at least they can be told if need be. Kasi mahirap na kunyari, okay, Saturday we'll have a plan out. And then let's say my parents decided, Saturday we'll have dinner. And what do I do? Do I cancel? Do I ganyan, di ba? And if there was no information na may mangyayari sa bar, then it might be, sige, bukas na lang tayo pumunta. Di parang, wait! Ang dami nakaplano na yun, biglang wala. So there still had to be some level of planning. But I think what we don't do is tell who we've tried to invite over. Para that's at least a surprise.
That's fair. Although, but like last year's birthday, I deliberately invited a lot of people. Like I really wanted to, because I want to get my office to Obar.
Yeah.
So do start na. I'm invited to the office. I need tables. So Toby, we have to get tables.
No, kasi I was under the impression that he didn't know. Kasi every time you tell it's Ram's birthday to go to Obar.
Other times,
I don't tell him.
The
surprise.
Other years naman, na walang event.
Yeah.
Admittedly, because we've gotten disappointed a few times. Then we don't like. Because just parang last year was the rare time I said let's invite people. But otherwise, I'm like I just want to go to Obar on my birthday, and I don't care if people know or not. I don't care if we get a show or not and stuff. But Toby will still tell people, and I know he'll still tell people.
So for those commenting about the post-inuman thing, if it does happen, we'll shoot out the link. That might be the non-monetizable discussions.
Yeah, I'll ask the question again later.
Alam na yun.
No, sabi nga ni easier yung ata yun. We demand.
You're doesn't need a question.
Okay,
next.
Do you live by any piece of advice or motto? And why did you choose that motto or advice?
I have one already for that. The one I always bring up.
Which one?
So something I learned from my kuya at the very latter part. It was, I think, after graduating and before moving out. And that was basically make or break. Whenever you have something that you are dealing with, and you have to decide how you'll react to it. What he basically taught me was to view it as make or break. So if there's let's say a financial issue, or let's say a sickness, or let's say a work-related problem, whether it's with the partner, or it's with a coworker, or it's with your parents, you have to decide now. Is it make or break? Will I make this still work somehow? Will I find a way that this will work for us? Or will I break it off because I realize ayoko na and it's time for me to move on? And ultimately, you have the right to choose what it is for you. that doesn't mean that's already your decision, but that at least means if you're clear of where you stand, then when you talk to the other person, you know where you're coming from. And then if that person chooses the same thing, edi pareho kayong mag-move. Whether it's pareho kayo break or pareho kayo make, then malinaw. Then if it's not matching, let's say you decide, okay, break na ako, ayoko na. But the other person says, wait, I want to make it work. Then now it's time for you to decide, will you give it a chance or not? Hey, Mon!
Look, it's Nico.
But yeah, make or break was the motto that I live by.
It's scary though to be on the receiving end of like,
Yeah.
It's ultimatum siya.
Yeah.
And then admittedly, I was very surprised the first time it happened. Because this is like, how are we going to resolve this? And then, but yeah, so I mean that was striking. Me, it's just, I don't think it's a motto, but then I guess also because of the way like my coming out was less than ideal and all that, and parang then all the more it cemented that I just wanted to be very open with people, and that's also why as a friend then I'm also very honest to the point of painful sometimes. But that's parang yun, that I don't wanna tiptoe around stuff. I don't wanna lie about stuff so much. So then I just lay it out. And then and I thought I fully knew what that meant, like in my school years. But then parang after Toby and I got together, then I really had to learn what it really meant to be super honest. But then parang from there I haven't really turned back. And then so that's me. So yeah, so if we're friends, then it's like be ready, you know. Sige. Sige lang ang sagot.
So we're continuing with the question because Nico is our host tonight. Mon, in case you're wondering, but parang iba yung format.
Mon, if you have any questions, please send them.
Yeah, directly to Nico lang.
Any of you pala, like, please send them to me.
He's taking chat questions.
So, okay, this one's like segue from about you two.
Okay.
Do you believe in life on other planets, like aliens, unknown beings?
Oh my God, where are these questions coming
This is
from?
very left field. But as
Rupert, sorry.
oh my God, Rupert.
Hey, Rupert!
So as a person who has read Contact and loves Star Trek, then yes, I'm a big
Thank
believer
you.
that there is life out there. Because if not, it's an awful waste of space, as the line goes. But yes, I think there's life beyond there. I just don't know where they are.
Mon, Rupert, babawi kami next year. We'll celebrate sa Oman.
Yeah, we have super like ang daming celebrations na
Birthdays,
nakapila.
anniversary.
I think we'll have to have a 2020 retrospective celebrations.
Lahat ng 2020.
So parang it might be February 15 kunyari, but okay, this is April kunyari kasi birthday ko. Yung mga ganun.
Like 4 weekends.
Yun nga eh. Parang
Kanya-kanyang birthday.
Hahabol tayo sa mga hindi natin nagawa this year.
Pwede.
Diba? So parang summer and Christmas. Kasi Christmas of 2020 ang summer celebration. Okay. Yes, I believe there is life
Of course,
out there.
Toby believes.
Whether they're sentient, civilized life, I don't know. I don't think so. But I do believe, mathematically speaking, at the very random chance that life has happened on Earth because of our distance to the sun, our combination of chemicals and this and that,
Oh my God.
there has to be another planet that is close enough to have at least created life as well. I don't think they're anything close to us. I really don't.
Juan says he thought pre-anniversary show ng Obar. Di dapat may Odivas.
Oh my
It's
god.
gonna be a different show na lang.
Oh my god. So should we have an episode which is our
Obar
Obar
anniversary.
show?
Oh
We just
naman.
talk about Mon and Rupert. Tell us if you're willing to be guests, and then we can interview you as that episode. For that episode.
Yay. Tapos ganito ulit. Ganito kasama si Nico.
Pero meron tayong
Masama.
panic button. Yung para if we ask something, sign nila sagutin. Oh!
No, we did the list na lang.
Pre-approved. Pre-approved questions na lang. We love you.
We love you.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Alien. Alien pa ba? Alien.
Wala, next na.
Ala, sige, let's plan it.
What is your favorite go-to tell a story about yourself whenever someone asks how you describe yourself or is interested about you?
Oh,
Okay, that's a tricky question.
that's a.
Your favorite go-to story about yourself. So parang kunyari may team building or may
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. Tapos, tell us something about yourself. Parang ganon, no?
So you just met someone and then kwento ka about you. Like, what is your
No,
go-to story?
I don't think I have a go-to story.
I like this question. Challenge yung dalawa. So, sige.
Kasi admittedly ako, ang go-to story ko adjusts sa audience.
That's
So-
fair.
So like if I were talking with gamers, then I talk about I'm ganyan sa game industry or I'm doing ganyan sa self-publishing line. But let's say I'm talking to people in theater. Then my go-to story becomes, nung younger ako, I would ganun ako eh.
This would be answer.
That's
Because
that's
fair.
fair.
Com arts training, if you connect with the listener,
But that's true, yes.
they
I agree, I
become more receptive. So that's sort of what I do na normally. But in terms of a very generic go-to story,
Not good to ask.
I think my very generic go-to story, if I'm not sure what they would connect to, is I just talk about how I'm into creative stuff. Which is basically I have gone from computers to graphic design to acting to directing to layout, radio, and then eventually going back to games and game design. Kasi that's parang all over the place, but that's me.
I don't, especially pag first time meeting people. Actually, I think I don't.
You'll ignore that.
Something along those lines. No, but in all honesty,
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
not going to bring up personal stories to new people.
Because Rocky will look at the person, then look at me, and then he'll go pointing at the camera, and then walk away. Diba?
So I get, lalo na pag O-bar, my go-to, then my go-to is I'm taking pictures. I'll talk to you later, and I will not talk to them later.
But you'll listen to hear if it's worth
Yeah,
connecting with.
and then it's especially when Toby ends up bringing new people to the table.
Bringing strays.
Yung dapat iaaway niya kasi they put their drinks down. And then, but then eventually they ask for permission. Then GRO mo na naman si Toby. Oh, why? Is it your first time at O-Bar? Ganyan. And then the whole time I'm taking pictures, sino na naman ang kausap ni Toby? But
and then I'll eventually be first time nila.
yeah.
Or, can they join? They're not with anyone.
And
Or
then, and then, lalo na pag first time, then he's going to tell Mon and Rupert. No, it's their first time at all.
yeah, that's one may hear that.
Shy. Admittedly, I don't think it's because I'm shy. I'll be very candid about it. I'm just very reserved.
Well, I don't know you as reserved kasi, but
No,
Okay.
Rocky's not shy.
For new people, I don't reveal personal stuff. By
Yeah,
the way.
Rocky's not shy. He's he
Bakit sa
chooses
akin?
who to talk. But then nga, Rocky's not shy.
Iba yun naman kasi yung intro nyo kagad na, this is Nico, friend niya. But like, yung random person at O, then it's like,
okay.
Alam mo
Yes,
sino
yes, yes,
shy?
Sino?
Si Noel. Si Noel sobrang shy. Kailangan niya ng wingman.
oh my God. Then one says, sige, kasi atenista. Okay.
Sino? Ano shy?
Kaya nga ako yung ako pa yung nagganto, bare hand. No, other hand. Oh my gosh, ang ganda ng tattoo mo. Noel, tinan mo, pareho kayo ng tattoo, oh. And then, bitaw na ako. Ganun na sila. That's wingman.
Hi, Noel. It's now you're now the subject of the show.
Nice for
I
you.
know.
Thank you.
No, but yeah. So
Pati si Pico, Noel, shy. I'll get my eyes.
I'm very in that sense maybe medyo calculating then. I mean, I just need to know the person's okay before like I really bring up anything. So yeah. Okay. I guess next question.
Yeah.
Now you can continue. I can hear.
We're down to our last question, like the ones who sent.
Oh,
So,
the pre-submitted
Yeah,
question.
pre-submitted questions. We're down to our last one. So what is the nice thing you've ever done for another person? Yeah, for each other na lang muna, then we go to another person.
Nicest thing.
It's hard because you guys are like super.
We do a
nice
lot
to,
of
like,
stuff.
yeah,
Nicest thing.
Like we've done for each other muna.
for each other.
Hmm. I hate these hierarchies. Parang it has to
Okay.
be the nicest. Kasi parang you're not choosing which one weighs more.
That's
That's again one
fair.
nice thing that sticks out. Like I mean, that you remember.
Okay. I think I can count one of the earlier things because that really, really affected me. Rocky surprised me with flowers.
Oh yeah.
And that was something I've never experienced. And I did not realize how much that affected me until it happened.
He looks so funny. I wanna find the
I
photo.
I know. I seriously was. I don't see myself as a flower person, but to be the recipient of flowers, sobra akong na-move.
No,
Sobra
but the
akong.
question was,
What have you done?
Okay. I thought, what did he do that was nice? Okay. What have I done that was
Like,
nice?
yeah, give Toby flowers.
Oh.
That can't be your answer.
Yung nga.
Sorry, I took that answer. Nicest thing Rocky has done to help to oh tricky.
That you have done for me. Ba, ba, ba.
So you go back.
My favorite is one of the things that always stands out is like because I had to I had a Singapore trip coming up towards the end of the year, but I got Toby a Christmas gift na, and then I left it out, and then like, don't open it, ah. So like, naka-display siya the whole time, and then like, your gift's there na, and then I went to Singapore. So yeah, that's my favorite. It's one of those.
Wait,
Admittedly, it just reflects I'm very competitive in gift giving.
Oh yes.
I'm very competitive in gift giving, and then I love it.
wait,
na-
I'm confused with the question. Is it
No,
the
sige.
nicest thing you did for the other, or
No,
the,
it's
what you
not-
feel is the
actually,
nicest thing you did?
The question is
that you've done for the
other
done for
person-
someone else.
for someone else. But see, I'll link it now to both of you first, and then you
Mhm.
can talk about somebody else. Nicest thing you done for Rocky.
It's never gonna happen. I'm like trying to scroll through, but that was very early.
Hmm.
I think I'm trying searching for flowers.
I think what I count there is
Good questions you want.
not something I can bring up. But that was during
What?
you had to go to a funeral.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was that one.
Okay.
Because I let go for that one,
Okay.
but I don't want to get into the details of that one. So
Sorry. Complicated.
yeah,
first
that
years.
was a complicated thing. But I feel that was one of those times I was sobrang okay. I'm gonna do this super. So I think the next one would be
Robert, when do we guess?
it's so tricky. It's so tricky to answer that question.
No, I think it's hard for you both because
We do a lot of
We do a lot
stupid
of stuff,
things.
Yeah.
not only like for you guys, like you do a lot for
Like,
your friends.
sige,
And-
since Toby already like preambled my flowers, then I will say what I always enjoyed is his stupid stuffed toy dioramas that I come home
Oh, yeah.
and then naka-line up and whatever. There's my label, my speech bubbles
My
pa.
kwento.
I was like, what's happening? So, and, ay nako. I came home once, naka-meeting lahat ng stuffed toys. Lahat sila may laptop. Tapos yung isa, kasi si Baboy, tanga, he's looking at an eyeglass case because he doesn't know what a laptop is. It's all these things. So, it's so stupid, but I super like these things.
For me, the trouble with coming up with the answer is kasi nicest almost implies na normally it wouldn't
You're
be done.
overthinking.
Yeah,
the
I'm
question.
overthinking it. So I guess the quick one I could bring up is that Rocky has always been supportive of the writing I do. He will always nudge me to, oh my God, Nikita,
Yeah,
you'll have to load it to browser so you can reshare it. Yes, you have to load it to browser so you can share
Ang
it.
hirap.
Send it to yourself sa messenger and then you can open the link.
April 23.
But yeah, Rocky has always been super supportive of the writing I do. And the nicest thing I've done. So
You keep going back to me.
I know it's hard because I don't really see my actions that well. I know I just do things kasi.
But you guys are genuinely nice. Like, to me, to your friends. And I guess...
And I have this habit kasi of, well, it's not habit, but I have this tendency to try to do little quirks to surprise Rocky or to catch him off guard. Like, he's going on a trip, so I'll sneak in the stuffed toys in his luggage. Para when he opens it, bigla na lang, oh my God, nandun sila. Yung mga ganun.
Buti sana once. Palagi na lang. Palagi na lang.
At may growing kwento yan. Kasi when I first did it, isang toy lang. And then in a later trip, there was a third toy who was like, nawawala si Tiger, si Duck. And Rocky's like, what? And then patingin sa bag, nandun yung dalawa. And then in a succeeding trip, yung nagreklamo na nawawala yung dalawa,
Siya naman yun.
nag-try magtago sa bag, pero hindi siya kasha.
Laglaga na. See, look, this is Toby with flowers. But to be fair, he got me a whiteboard.
Yeah, the whiteboard din.
What year was that?
2010.
Yeah.
2010. So it was our first year together. But yeah.
Sion.
Yeah, no, 2010.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Kasi with us, we just do.
Mon has
stuff
saved
like
you. The nicest thing Toby has done is bring Rocky to Obar where he met all of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true.
Well, that's true. I mean, why stay in bed, right? You can go out and enjoy the night.
Wala na nga yung bed. Pabigyan mo na.
Well,
Mahawa ka na sa bed.
it makes sense. Yeah. That's true, man. That's true.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I learned a lot. No. Obar is Obar. So, wala ka pa rin sagot. Ask me to the bathroom. Yeah, mag-isip ka pa.
Pahirap.
Ang dami naman. Ang dami ko nang naisip na sagot.
Buti na lang natin
Hindi
yung
pa
buti
enough.
lang natin yung last.
Yeah, but
Madami kasi.
yeah, and a lot of it, a bunch of them you do without thinking.
Yeah.
So you don't feel it counts as the nicest. Like, not to speak of it in a bitter way, but other people would probably have trouble with all the stuff we have. But we both are, we both celebrate it and we both enjoy that we have so many things. Some people would probably be all complaints and etc. if their partner was in a certain diet. Diba? Parang, ay nako, hindi ako nakakakain ng ganyan. Lagi ang hirap magluto. Ako, I don't even see those complaints at all. As far as I'm concerned, it's healthy for him and I can work with it. So why not? I do have my cheat days in the sense that I do still have ice cream and the like. But
See, Nico. Not a single answer. It's so true.
I guess I'm not nice. So I don't
No, you're
do
just
nice
you're
things.
just super nice. You can't pick one.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't see them as being nice eh. Kasi parang being nice implies nga normally people won't do it. But since you're nice, gagawin mo. So yeah, that's
No,
why
sige,
I'm-
ganun lang. So we spoke about this already in one of our Friday inuman session. Kung ano ka kay Rocky before, like when you guys started, with all love you, it's still the same.
Yeah.
You still look out after him, you're very protective, you're very, pag may sumisisi sa kanya, you're like, Diba? Ikaw pa rin yun.
TJ is
Nothing
here.
has-
Hello, TJ.
Hey, TJ.
So, yeah. Sige, tama ba yung sagot ko? So, there's so many kasi.
Yun nga eh.
Ako din, nahirapan din ako eh.
What's the nicest thing Toby has done for you?
Wait, why me?
Oh, wala. Just,
Sige.
as an example. Kasi baka naman it's easier from your perspective.
Hatid sundo.
Oh, yeah. But Toby's always, like, at Omar, so I have different friends kasi. So I have a different thing. When Toby sees like my drinks are like ubos na, like my beers, ubos na. Nico! And he give me a bucket. So this is yours. This is true. So yeah, he's been like that since 2000. What did you meet that? 2010?
Hindi, 8.
Something like that.
Kasi 9
Yeah,
9 ako na eh. So before that pa.
Yeah.
So ever since naman,
Mhm.
talagang spoiled ako sa dalawang to. Rocky. Ang dami. Sa din to eh. Dami din eh.
Mhm.
Rupert says, you entertain my friends when I'm not at home. That's true. We take it very seriously when there are other people at the table na we will help take care. Lalo na pag bago.
Kaya tanggap namin kami ang GR.
Oh. Ay, nako.
My caps there.
Oh my gosh.
Rocky.
He brought you to space.
Yeah.
Yun lang yun.
No, ever since kasi like they both found out that I was into Lego. Like sobra, like there was one time I think I nakwento ka na to like 2 other friends. There was one time at all, like I was drunk now, but you came back from Singapore, right?
Mm-mm.
And he like surprising me kasi about Lego. So I know it's Lego, but he doesn't tell me what it is or what. I was so drunk already at all. And then Nico, alis na kami. Sabi ko, okay, bye. Sama ka sa amin. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi sasama ka sa
You have to come to the
So
car.
I went to the car and then he gives me this big box of Lego. That was the Jaguar set.
Yeah, because the cars.
Nawala yung lasing ko. And I was like hugging the box the whole time I was at home. And
Wow.
I think that was such a nice surprise. But it didn't stop there. So
He didn't stop.
yeah, it didn't stop. So
Yeah, that became like yun nga, and nga, I'm a competitive gifter.
yes.
But I don't give gifts to a lot of people. But when I give gifts, I want it to matter.
That's true.
So
That's true.
And he wants you to be excited about it.
Yes,
He wants you to
It's part of the game.
Suspense and everything.
it's
Yeah.
part of. It's kind of the hey Christmas gift. It's right there. Bye. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think Toby's patience for meeting new people at Obar is amazing. Because admittedly, so on that note, then nga, I'm not very comfortable talking to new people right away.
Mhm.
But then Toby will have to entertain whoever.
May slight history lesson pa yan.
Di
ba? Yung
Oo, then
the drag shows used to be different.
may buong kwento na Obar. And then syempre, pag hello si Nico, oh, Nico, this is her anak, Nico. Ganyan. And then, it's their first time at O.
I'm like, hi.
Nakailang intros ka ng it's their first time at O.
And then like anak.
And then explain. Yeah.
And then the madam stories kami.
Kasi kahit naman ako,
Never.
I'm taking pictures for her. It's like, oh, no.
never ending.
Oh my gosh.
Sige,
Okay.
that was the last question. But
May question ka pa? May ano?
People watching, please feel free to
no, sige.
Ay, Mon
send-
asked,
to
sorry.
send
yeah,
more
yeah, may
questions.
questions.
Mon had what's your most embarrassing moment? Very classic slumbo question. Embarrassing as in together kaya? Or I guess it makes sense with together.
Siguro individual then.
Yeah.
No, but like embarrassing since we've gotten together. Or embarrassing in the whole life.
Pwede.
I don't know. Okay. Kasi ba yun?
You're overthinking.
I was about to say, naunahan mo ako.
Sige.
You came here for this.
I know.
Yeah, we can like create an embarrassing moment now.
Ay, nako.
Parentals.
Monetization. Sayang ang video. Embarrassing moment. Oh man. Siyempre, I'm thinking of the O-Bar related embarrassing moments.
That's valid.
Was it Tom's birthday? No, naman.
No, that wasn't really. I mean, the one where we both performed in drag at O. And actually, at that time, we weren't that. Well, I wasn't that close yet to Solomon.
Yeah.
Kayo, you were close na.
But you were physically close enough to pass under
Because Mon was watching and I crawled under his legs to continue the song I was performing.
You didn't shave, so
Yes, I did not shave. I will never shave my armpits.
but I did.
Yes, you did. Embarrassing. Kasi for us, I think my most embarrassing moment, but tayo lang ang witness kasi nun, was the Lea Salonga story.
Yes, that was terribly embarrassing. We should have to retell the story for the people who are watching today.
So we were both at
PETA.
Yeah, the PETA.
Kung paano ako naging leading.
Yeah, but the theater.
I'm sorry, what
the PETA building.
It's the PETA Theater.
Yeah.
Tapos, it's the PETA Theater.
And so we were seated at they were special seats. They weren't.
Those were,
seats.
as far as PETA's concerned, those were the VIP seats na.
Because they had cushions.
They had cushions, they weren't monoblock. Because I should probably pay for slightly better seats.
So we were seated there and we were, preparing and waiting for the show. And I glanced to the right and I'm like, oh, Rocky, oh my God, I think I know that person. 1 to 2 seats away. She looks familiar. Was Lea Salonga. And I saw her as we got in. And then but I didn't want to be like someone gushing over a celebrity at the theater. So I didn't react. But then then I have Toby turning to me, parang she looks familiar. Parang she looks like we should know her.
And then I was trying to shush him na kasi baka marinig niya. But then how do I tell him it's Lea Salonga? How do you not know Lea Salonga? Nag-ABS ka pa naman.
So yeah, that
was Lea Salonga.
That would be the embarrassing story I could share in terms of...
Tapos winner pa yun, nag-picture kami after the show because of Carl Vergara.
Who introduced
But
us.
we didn't ask for Lea to take her picture. We were talking to Carl and then Lea talked to Carl.
And then nandun na
So picture na. But I don't know how you didn't recognize. I think my pseudo embarrassing moment would be one of our I think it was my birthday. One of my birthdays. It was the current owner. Okay. And then Didi drags us up. For
I know the story.
Kylie, and then it was especially for you.
Yes.
So okay, I mean, and then but standard naman na birthday you get dragged up.
Yeah.
Rarely naman during the show. It was during a number.
Yeah.
And then worse pa is that by some weird coincidence, my ex was at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And there we are on stage singing that, that we're singing especially for you because it's so much better now. It was a little awkward, but then we're just into it because my birthday, so whatever. But yeah, because now we're back together. Wherever I want to show you and all that. I know because my ex was in the crowd, so it was fantastic. Travis, did we say hello to her directly? No, only when we were talking to the playwright.
Yes,
that we found her daughter because I think I was more embarrassed than Toby was because
I was.
How could he not know?
And just so they understand, I was super. Rocky, I really think I know
Ang
her.
lakas pa naman ang bulong niya.
She looks familiar.
Ay, si Budeng. Hello, Budeng.
Hey, Budeng. So when being all that, Rocky's like, ano ka ba? Si Lea Salonga yan.
She's right there.
And me, I'm like, ay, oo nga.
Oh my God. Terrible. Okay.
Alright, so we're done with the questions. So I'll give this to you guys. So I want you to ask Rocky a question. I want you to ask Mamita a question.
Si Mamita.
Yeah, this is Mamita. How did it become Manita? I don't know.
Okay,
I
wait.
don't know, because I didn't want
I
to
need
be
to
the
go back.
girl. I don't know. But
Sorry, bathroom break ako. Tuloy kayo. Sorry.
Sige, let's figure it out.
that is enough.
I
How
need
did
to move
how
on.
did we get into that?
I don't know.
How did basta I was Papa Egg na.
Because of egg, but
Yeah, because of Egg, and then it became automatic Papa Egg. But then
I think it was Toby who said na siya yung dad.
no, I think you I don't know,
Pero
but
I think siya nagsabi na ikaw yung dad.
and then tuloy, ano ko Mamita came from you. Ikaw nagsabi di Mamita ka.
Yeah, that's mamits.
Oh my God. Ask Toby a question.
Yes.
Ooh. Phone a friend. I don't know. I don't know what I would want to ask Toby on air. What do I want to pull out? I guess to dredge out the people to know. Because we've been doing the show for a while, so then it's like
something challenging for him.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be lovey-dovey, but
Of course, it's not going to be lovely. I'm very competitive. So it has to be a good question. Ay, nako. Ask Toby what to ask. Suggestions from the audience, what to ask. While we wait for Toby to come back
when
from the
he's
back.
not here.
Parang they won't see, you know. And then, like, nobody is messaging me, thanks. Question for Toby. Oh, hello, McCoy. And look, it's Nico. Lovebirds and Son. Tama naman.
What happened?
Yeah, McCoy's joined us.
He's thinking about
Yeah, I don't know yet. The question.
At least I got one question.
Oh, sorry, the bottle shakes. I'm a bit
I'm
worried.
gonna put it on the floor.
Yeah.
Over style lang.
Hey,
Tapos masipa siya.
Lawrence! Si Lawrence!
Biglang lumabas, no? Ang daming
The
guests!
surprise is
Oh my
coming.
God. Kung nangyari yun, I'd be like, Mon, Rupert, bakit nandito si Lawrence? Kaya dapat kayo rin. What to ask? Of course, you know, in the past, with stuff like that, you know, I'd like freak out Rocky because I'd suddenly drop to one knee and he'd be like, oh my God, Toby, what are you doing? But I already did that.
He did this. No, Pico, we are not yet over 20. We're very close, though. We're very close.
Over 20?
Viewers.
Oh, okay. For a moment, I was like, 11 years pa lang.
Kala ko age na diba?
Ang bait mo. Anak ka talaga.
Talaga? You look 20? Younger than 20.
Okay, wait. Habang wala pa tayo maisip, what is your
TJ has a
biggest...
question. Pet peeve with each other.
Well, we kind of answered that earlier.
To some degree,
You
there are
mentioned
many.
the dad jokes.
It's a quirk.
It's kind of the quirks. It's the
Yeah.
dad jokes. Or no, I think if ever legitimate pet peeve is still Toby's weird cleaning solutions. I don't agree with all the way that he cleans things. Kasi nga, his bleach for everything, and then he'll alcohol the table, and like I have a spray for this. Why are you alcoholing the table? So I generally let it go, or I rush to wipe the table before he does. That's the easiest. If I want things cleaned my way, I have to clean it first. Ayan, I got one. I still have a question.
I think my closest pet peeve.
Sige.
Medyo touchy eh.
Okay.
Wala naman dun sa
And it's
bawal na
not a bad thing. It's just that it is it took me a while before I adjusted to it.
Okay.
It's the fact that your relationship with your family works in that way. Kasi nga, I got used to pagka may issues ako, I bring it up to them na kagad. But in yours, there was more of a, basta I'll adjust to them na muna kasi nga, they're dealing with it, ganyan, and I can adjust naman. And I remember I had parang just tell them na, or yung mga ganong moments, di ba? And that was
there are proper channels for bringing things up. But yeah, we have very
Yeah.
different family
Because
dynamics.
I had a lot of instances where I'm like I'm hearing kunyari, this is a concern, and they're not like problems, but they're sometimes problems wherein for me, then bring it up na, talk about it na. And Rocky's like, no, you don't understand. We're not there yet. And that was for a time ako parang, oh my God, then how will it change if we don't do something na? And I guess that was it.
So si Blue, papunta na daw si Lawrence kasi nag-bail out lang sila.
Oh my gosh.
Sige, why you don't have questions for each other pa naman? Sige,
Yun nga eh. So Travis is
Travis.
helping with questions. Thank
So,
you.
what is your most prized possession?
That's
What
it.
are your most prized possessions? This?
Stuff
This?
around.
I think quickly we will give Wheelie as one of them.
Definitely.
Wheelie
So my
is-
first Transformers.
Yeah. And it was in many ways the symbol that we bonded with.
Mhm.
When Rocky and I were still trying to decide
When
where
Toby tried to make distance. That was
Yes.
it was the make or break moment, as Toby would say.
because at that time I knew Rocky was with someone.
Yeah.
And I told myself prior to that I can be his friend. But that night I realized, oh my God, I don't want him to be my friend.
Mhm.
But I was already telling myself,
I know this.
yes, alam mo yan. And I was telling myself, hindi naman, parang sino ko to break something ilang years na. So I was talagang telling myself na,
Me pulling Toby to frame.
I will just tell Rocky that I need to back away. And, excuse me.
I said no.
That was the same night you picked up on it.
Mm-mm.
Because you already had a feeling that I was about to start pulling away.
Mhm.
And that's where Willie comes in.
I mean, in all cheesiness, kasi nga, especially our early year was a lot of like synchronicity and like we seemed to a very good understanding of one another to the point of almost telepathic.
Yeah. And that was really weird.
Yeah. Now it's normal. So we still have a lot of Toby starts telling me something and then I'll be just finishing the sentence na. Then we just stare at each other. And okay, then I won't bother na. So I walk out to Nico. But you've encountered our many ganyan. So that's that's a thing. So that's Wheelie. That's the value of Wheelie.
Are many ganyan.
Diba? I mean, me from a personal standpoint, I mean, obviously I have a lot of Transformers, and then as much as Wheelie is like emotionally relevant, but then the Transformer I'm still most proud of is my original Fortress Maximus, which has survived several relationships and different houses, but it has moved with me a few times. That's one of my oldest. I said I got it in the 2nd grade for Christmas. Thanks, Santa. So that's still with me. Do you have something along those lines? Something that's just on your end?
In terms of personal importance, I guess the stuff in the container beside the bed is my personal important things. But it's not
the thing.
No. I have there's the green container there. If you open it kasi it's my old journals.
Yeah.
It's my old photo albums.
His films from college? No?
Yeah. And I think they're only important to me because they're the stuff I brought with me when I left home. Not that I ran away with them, but more on when I chose to live away na. They were ito yung gamit ko.
Yeah, my runaway bag was very different.
Yeah. But thinking about it, I'm not really attached to them. So,
Ay, nako.
Si Nico, may question si Mon for Nico.
sige, ano sabi?
What anniversary?
When
with
was
a-
your last anniversary?
with a boyfriend?
I guess.
I guess. Oh my God.
God.
Okay, throwing shade, even if it's tea.
What's my last one? I don't remember because it's yours name.
Mm-mm.
Okay, maybe the
Don't say the name.
Yes, I was about to say.
Don't.
Kasi the last na medyo matagal
Was that one?
was
that
that one. But then,
Hi,
but
Jal,
feeling
if you're
ko,
still there.
pero feeling ko meron, were there pa after that?
Ano walang umabot ng year?
But may mga,
Yun din ang alam ko.
But kasi if the question is anniversary,
Dapat
then
year.
wala.
So yun nga,
Yeah,
kasi ano nga yung last
Oh
one.
my God. Nakakatakot si Rupert.
Bakit? Ano yung tanong?
What's one thing you don't like about me?
About Rupert?
I would hate that question.
Oh my God. Okay, because you know we love you, I am willing to take that question.
Wow. Okay.
No, because admittedly, our relationship with Mon and Rupert has been one where we just are honest to them.
That is true.
We've never felt that we had to please them
Oh, that's true.
to be their friends.
Uh-uh.
And I'm willing
Also,
to...
hello Amos. Thank you for joining.
And admittedly, it was always a question in our heads na parang, okay, we're invited to the ganyan, and we're like, wait, why are we invited?
Sumasali na
Diba?
si Mon.
So minsan nahihiya tayo na parang we don't know why we're held in that regard. Or I remember during the dark 2012 years, no, they showed up in that birthday party in that hotel.
Yes.
And
that was your birthday.
Yeah, and I was so freaked out na for my birthday, Mon and Rupert were there. And I'm like, oh my God, what are they doing here? And then afterwards, they were like, oh no, ubay na tayo. Let's celebrate na. So sobra ako, wait lang, hindi ako ready.
That was a fun birthday.
So it was stuff like that which really made me feel
Tagal lang intro na
feeling,
this question.
So I think what I would state as what I don't like. Okay. It would be hesitation. No. In the past, it was the fact that there were sometimes ashtrays that fly, and that has not been a problem anymore.
Yeah,
we're very grateful for that. But I think now, it would be the sometimes the scary expectation from some of the divas, because in as much as yeah, I know.
Mon saying
No,
careful.
I know. I know you've really steered them to become more professional, to become more awesome. But I also know that for some of them, they weren't thinking of it as a profession yet. Parang sumasaw-saw pa lang sila sa drag. So now overwhelmed sila sobra kagad. And I know in some cases we had to talk to them. No, you have to see it this way. It's because they can see kaya mo. That's why ganun sila. They can see. And they were like, ganun pala, hindi ko naisip yun. Because they were just thinking na...
Yeah, they look at the
It's just a
action
game.
first,
And it's
the
because
reason why.
they're not used to like being in an industry wherein my expectations were in, di ba? When for some of them who are young, parang nasanay lang sila na may mga masungit na tao or may mga demanding na tao or may mga ganyan. And they don't realize that in a professional level, people become mistaken as masungit or demanding because they know what you can do and you're not doing it. Di ba? So parang I will not tell you to do better unless I know you can do better. Because if I don't think you can do better, out ka na. And they don't know that. But without the preamble, for some of them who are young, they just feel parang, ba't laging ako na pag-iinitan? And like, no, it's not that. You have to realize, pinag-iinitan ka and it feels like pinag-iinitan ka because alam niyang kaya mo. At hindi mo ginagawa.
That's true. I mean, that's fair.
But yun lang.
Yeah.
Correct. I guess yun lang. That need lang to preamble sometimes.
But I mean, it's we know naman, like we know like where it's coming from.
Yes.
And everything naman that Mon and Rupert have done for them has only made them all better naman.
Of course.
So yeah, sige.
And kasi Mon and Rupert, they really want them to grow, the performers to grow. I mean, it's not like
Not just
other
for
people
themselves,
na habol lang nilang pagkitaan yung
correct. It's not just
they'll
for,
try to lure you with the TF kasi they can leech money from you afterwards. Diba? They'll pirate you pa in
correct.
this and that. But Mon and Rupert was all about investment. And oh my gosh, we've seen how the divas have grown.
Yeah.
We're so impressed at how much they've grown in such short spans of time. And it's amazing.
And everything naman they've done, it always comes from the heart.
Yeah.
Always naman.
But
That's what how I see it naman.
and to like totally cheat, but I have to ride on that answer because really, I mean, I think that's it because also we played counselor kasi to so many performers na and like explaining. There are some na parang dead ma, like you may move on, but then there are others, especially if we're also invested in wanting them to stay at home, then we'll have to like explain away and like and frame that conversation. But we totally get it, especially with someone like Rupert coming from a professional performance background. And then a lot of drag queens, especially newer drag queens, not even younger, but newer drag queens, parang aren't used to that level of discipline and rigor and training and stuff. So it's a lot, and then I'm sure it can be overwhelming. And then I don't know. It doesn't make it wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just I know it's a difficult thing to get through.
It can be shocking for someone new.
Did you feel my glass?
Yeah, with this.
No, but
Okay, I'm just double checking.
with Mon naman. Kasi he asked and me.
Oo nga, sumali si Mon.
Wait, but Jed says the
Endless shot.
of
Actually, no.
No, ko din no.
Hey, I mean,
Sorry, what did
the
you say?
endless
The
shots.
shots.
As much
I
as
don't mind that also.
as much as we come home very wasted. I mean, given and because even if we've been drinking again in these recent months, especially like our Friday nights with Nico, but we never get that drunk. Then I know it's the tequila.
Yeah.
We don't have the tequila.
Yeah.
Well, it's always fun. Like
I-
every time you see the shots going around already, and then
And for
Yeah.
me, the shots are a statement that I want to celebrate with you.
Yeah.
always.
I mean, sorry, but there are some people who will give you a drink because they want to get you drunk to bring you home.
Mm-mm.
And with Rupert's shots, I always felt it was more, let's mark this moment.
It's like
Let's
thanks for
toast this moment.
Thanks for being here.
Oh,
I agree with this statement.
Oo, and in as much as we joke about it, na parang, oh my God, nag-eye contact kami, yan, may shot na ako. we do joke about that.
Wala pala tingnan naman yung mga shots.
Yung naman naghahanda na yung bouncer.
But it's part of the joy of being there.
Yeah.
Because it also tells you na no matter what everything else is happening, sa dami ng inasikaso, sa dami ng binabantayan, naalala ka.
Yeah.
To legit say, but he has to go back to play. Yun lang, you're working. We're not. So, sorry.
Yung mga ganyan.
Oo. The call.
Yeah.
Oo.
Okay. Miss you.
Kaya, ay nako.
We are officially at 20.
Oh my gosh! That's the first 20!
Hello, everyone.
Yay! 20 people! Okay, I really have to consider new batteries.
Pagod na siya. Oh, diba, Rupert? It's not Obar without the shots ever since.
Yes!
Yes, exactly.
And Rupert, we will confess, to people who are new, we warn them na pag binigyan kayo ng shots, don't ever say no.
You have to take the first.
It is rude to turn down
Yeah.
the first shot.
Parang after that, maybe you can like explain away. But you take the first
Kasi
shot.
some do explain na parang hindi ako umiinom or
Yeah.
ganyan. Sorry,
Take the first shot.
you have to respect the joy of that
That's
first
what I
shot.
told my mom the first time. Sabi ko, Ma, hindi na ng tequila. Tequila, why? So you have to drink it.
Okay.
Oy, mom says hi pala to you and
Ay.
to Juan and Rupert.
Hello po.
Ano pa? Okay, kay Mon.
Oo nga.
Sorry, natawa lang ako kasi.
Ang hirap na question din. Eh.
Ay.
Okay, and I feel like in all honesty, what's this? Not to play on the school jokes again, but then really, no, but there's a certain like naturally Toby has a greater affinity for one, and I have a greater affinity for Rupert, and we relate on different ways because Lasal kayo, and then UP kami. So, but may ganun level. So, sige, go explain. What about one?
Where's the Halloween?
Your guitar.
No, yours. No,
That's it.
I know.
No,
It's
sorry.
the,
Sorry.
it's there.
It's sa taas ng ref.
Which one? Okay. I'll get it.
You're supposed to-
You won't be able to.
Hi. Wow, because I'm short. That's what Toby's statement was really about. That
Well-
I can't get it because I'm short.
Well, to some degree, yes, that's the truth. Because it's the top layer.
Si Blue says, kahit naka-antibiotic pa ako, kunyari, iinumin ko yung shots ni Rupert. That's true. There's a good, and I think I would be more worried, like, I mean, as now, as like people who regularly go and support OWAR, I would be more surprised kung wala akong shot. Then I'd be like, oh shit, did I do something wrong?
I think it's a hard question because you have to say something that you don't like about your friends that you
And
you've
people
been
we
with like
super
for
love.
so many years.
But yeah,
already.
it does feel like a statement pag yung tao walang shot. Kasi parang hindi siya binigyan ng shot.
Oh my God.
So, so
You're
Mon,
really gonna bring it up.
Rupert, we have not thrown it away.
Best Halloween ever. But I was not brave enough to walk around with it. But sige, Toby, you still have to answer.
Everyone stood up for the thing.
Yeah, I can't throw this. I'm so happy to keep it. Right? I don't know
Isa
the
naman
answer
si
kay
Toby.
Mon. Ikaw muna, Rocky.
Oh. I don't know. In all similarity, I don't know.
Whoop.
That's a baking pan that had just fallen from above. Hala. Blue also says Rupert and Mon shots are to me a sign of belongingness and inclusivity.
Oh yes.
Oo naman. But then if you're not included, wala kang shot. Okay, Toby. About Mon.
Okay, I'm admittedly, as you mentioned, I lean more. I lean closer to Mon, and you lean closer to Rupert.
Mm-mm.
So, in many ways, I also open up more to Mon.
That's true.
Mon, alam mo to, marami tayong kwentuhan, especially in the times when Rocky's on the trip or ganyan. So, I'm sorry.
Wala si Rocky for months. Okay, tell me.
And then Toby's all mopey.
Yeah, but I can't right now identify a specific one to bring up.
My minor thing is that what's this? When you and Toby have a lot of time outside, and then I'm like, should I go outside also? Because parang I'm missing kwento. But then syempre, I don't have a reason to go outside. So there is that. Like I have to watch the table. It's a super minor thing. But then it's like, once here, they're gonna go out. So I given na yun. Lalo na pag dumating si Andy, you're like, okay, bye. I'm going to be alone at the table. And then everyone who drops by is like, they're outside.
But you know, I love the book so much. Kasi there was one time which they told my mom the story. So when I was walking out from mall, I was going to Julio Vargas to get a cab or Grab or something. I don't even remember. And then I was so drunk, so apparently I was like walking like this. And then Rupert stops like right beside me. Sumakay ka na.
Oh, there goes the duck.
So they took me home, and I stayed at their house, and then as in kompleto, like maligo ka, and then pag labas mo ng room, there was pajamas or the sleepwear, nakalatag dun sa bed. So pagising mo, there's breakfast, and like, oh, like how many people can say that? Oh,
Wow.
bless you.
Mhm.
So kaya when they told mom that story, sabi mo, sobrang spoiled ka ng mga friends mo. Sabi ko, yes. Sabi ko, yes.
That is true.
Ako po kasi baby nila lahat. So,
Nico is still the
Mon,
one sa...
Rupert, I love you.
Okay.
I miss you guys.
Ayan, Toby, go na lang.
Yeah, wala akong ma-bring up. Admittedly, I struggle to think of stuff to bring up because I have more praises than I could think of in the opposite way. Kasi, what? Mon always makes sure we're okay.
That's true.
We get opportunities to try new items in the menu that are not out yet.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love those moments. Yung mga bigla na lang,
You should try
have you
it.
tried my mushroom pizza? Or have you tried my wasabi?
Oh,
pa?
the sisig.
Have you tried?
The
Yes!
sisig.
At tayo parang, what? Meron na? And then next thing you know, order ka dala mo dito.
When I started
No.
Dynamite,
So, diba yung sisig? Tapos, asarap na to sa rice.
order tayo ng
Order ka
rice.
na rice.
Bigyan mo ng rice. Parang,
Or there's one time,
bar that you're eating rice kasi,
ako there's one time naghanap pa ako ng kape and tapos parang bigyan ng kape. So, weird.
And it's those moments
Yeah,
it
that's
just
special.
really catches me off guard always because I think Mon, you were one of the first people who it really felt like parang we were friends from long ago na at nagkita lang tayo ulit sa O-Bar. Because you have that way of making people feel like they're really close friends. And I felt that ever
Yes.
since.
Sabay si Noel, where's the pate?
oh, definitely.
And I guess the first instance, the most striking first instance of that was when I used to go alone and Rocky was night shift. And there were times wala kayo nun. More
Hindi
so
kasi you
when
started going
Ortigas,
to Ortigas
Yes,
first
when
and then you were
Ortigas was
still going
new.
Malate.
so most of you were still Malate. I'd go to Ortigas to support it and then walang tao masyado nun kasi hindi pa kilala. And then Mon and Rupert pretty much noticed me. I was alone dun and they were like, who are you with? I'm like, wala, ako lang. Ay nako, join us na from now on. And sobrang, ay nako.
You should have an episode about like with
Oo nga.
and
And
so many stories.
yeah, and then actually, Noel was saying we should pull them in as guests, but magulo yan. At the same time, I think and I'm super happy that they're here. Also because, what's this? Our relationship would not
Yes.
be where it is now, were it not for O
Yes.
and all of that. I mean,
That's true.
we didn't necessarily meet at O technically, but then it was like the place where we really started hanging out
Feels like
regularly.
home. Like it's
Oh,
home.
and
It is so.
and as someone, yun nga, I obviously I was going to the other bar, but then the other bar just felt like it was a business, it was a transaction, I didn't know any of the waiters. I knew who the owner was, and mainly because I knew not to approach him. Parang ganun, not to stay away from that
And
group.
this was a recent realization na parang I don't even know all the waiters.
Yeah, it was only when I got to own parang, you know the staff, you know the divas.
I mean, you might not know them by name, but they greet you.
you're super
they remember
familiar. You know the people at the door who are always, you're approaching the booth pa lang outside, nilalabas na yung clipboard. Yung mga ganon. Little things.
Or like sometimes, sasabihan tayo, sir, wag na kayo pumila. And I'm like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Kapila kami.
I have one story about Rupert. So that's
Careful.
Yeah, no.
It's a good story.
It's a good story. There was one birthday that he had in I forgot the name of the restaurant. It was somewhere in Malate. I
Okay.
can't remember, but it was Malate. And then parang I was in O-Bar. Then Juan says, birthday ni Rupert, pumunta ka, So akala ko naman, like, was it for everybody? Like, it's a little open invite. You know, when I got there, it was like a small group.
Yeah.
It was a long table for, I think it was like 12 or 15. I'm not really sure, but it was like, and I was like, really? He had so many friends to invite. Like, I was one of those who was able to sit in the table with this wonderful people. And it was a great night.
Yay.
Wow.
Noel says,
We miss you
Miss
guys.
ko kayo, grabe.
what Mon loves about Rupert and Mon is that they don't have pretensions.
Oh, yes.
If they love you talaga. If
know
they
what? They
don't
don't.
like you, they don't like you.
That's so true.
Uh,
That is so true.
I know. Yeah. Well, okay, we survived. I think we survived the question.
Okay,
Parang letdown, diba?
I'll grab ice because we're out of ice.
Because the other question
Here,
was like Travis.
I have one, but
Yeah.
sige, please.
Was Travis asking about exotic pets? I'm alone. Everybody's going away. No, it's okay. I want to go to the bathroom also. No, Nico's going. Do you have other questions, ladies and gentlemen, for how this is going? Oh my gosh. This is fun.
Okay, I'm here. You can go back now.
Yeah.
Go, go,
No,
go.
I can't because Nico's the bathroom.
Pila ka na. I'll be fine here.
Exotic pet, Toby?
I would like to have a Venus flytrap, and I count that as a pet because it is carnivorous.
That's fair.
But I do already have exotic pets. They are called the house lizards.
How's Liz?
Plural?
Kasi we saved that one lizard, diba?
Yeah.
And then recently we
Oh,
saw
with
one
the- with
on
the
the wall.
chopsticks.
And then when we saw that other one, we realized it's a different lizard. So we're like, okay, may family na siya. Oh my gosh.
But this was fun.
What was the greatest gift you give each other? You gave each other. So I can be melodramatic or I can be
Material.
material.
Yes. I think everybody expects the melodramatic answer already.
Yeah.
So let's go for material now.
So if I were Rocky, I can't hear it later now. Yeah, actually, the sound is muted now. The bathroom. It's surprising how that doesn't feel so far, but it's actually muted. Ooh. Yeah, we're waiting for Rocky. Loving both your jelly.
The jelly shirt.
Yeah, I think so.
Jelly.
Yes. Jellyfish. There. They're nice.
Go on. Yeah, can answer without
So I think for me, the greatest gift, and I will count this in terms of monetary, would be that Discworld Ankh-Mor Pork board game because it is a signed copy of a Discworld game. It's signed by the author who has passed away, and it's one of Rocky's favorite authors. It's the greatest gift you've given, and I'm saying since there's the melodramatic, there's the heart. We're going for monetary muna. So I'm citing for me is the Discworld board game.
Did I pay for it though? You just helped, but you helped me find it. I'll give you credit for that. But I paid for it.
100%. No.
Yeah.
No, we split that.
I don't remember. But you super encouraged me to get
No,
it.
because I have to check if you're okay with spending that much for it.
Yeah.
Oh, sige na.
Okay, yan.
I'm-
So that's our answer
I'm
to
double
each
checking.
other.
I know, I'm sorry. I could hear the answer starting in the bathroom.
So that's our answer for each other, kung ganon.
Uh,
Now, if you paid for it completely, and that means you never had me pay for it, then I have to buy you a new one.
no, it doesn't work that way. This is our problem always with gifts. No. Toby's always tried to justify getting another gift. So, wait.
Don't look at that now.
I am looking at that. There, it's too. I can't find it. Okay. I don't know. I think the what was the exact question? Sorry, greatest gift. I don't know if it's greatest, but it's weirdest. Is that yun nga eh, when I found there's that very cheesy couple store, yung 2B1 or
Mhm.
something. And to be fair, most of the material there is very heterosexual. It's like
Yes.
super useless stuff. It's like shirts that have the same that when you put them side by side create the same pattern. But it's always a male and a female sized shirt,
Mhm.
so it's totally useless.
And then there's, I think, pillows also.
Yeah, super long pillows. But that's where I got the stuffed toy of
The green
it was,
alien.
It was a green alien. That technically it was two plushies that connect. One is like a weird block na green na mata, and then the other one when you see it, it's like a very narrow alien. But tuloy they interlock together into one larger stuffed toy, and I just thought that was like this is the cheesiest thing I've ever given. But then it fitted to Toby's like he likes weird stuffed toys
Mhm.
thing. So and it was like it wasn't even a birthday thing; it was a Valentine's Day thing. It's like I don't do Valentine's Day gifts.
Rupert
So,
says,
yeah.
"True Noel, life is too short to pretend." Di ba nga, for a long time, Uber's slogan, unofficial slogan was, "No drama."
Your drama
Or
ends
leave the
here.
drama
Yeah.
behind. Your drama ends here. Yeah, yun din. So yeah, we really celebrate that. So yeah, we have the alien toy, we have the board game. What else? Or do we leave it at that? And move to the
Noel is
next
getting very
question?
scenty now.
Ay nako. Yes, had things been different, we would be celebrating at Ubar tonight.
Mm-mm.
We would be enjoying a special show by John Bell kasi birthday din niya. Happy birthday, John Bell.
Happy birthday.
So he would have his birthday show, but tayo naman, we're celebrating advance our and then there
That's
wouldn't
fair.
be a question and answer because
Yeah.
Nico wouldn't have to prepare one because we would just be drinking at the bar.
It was so hard pala.
But
thank you for helping.
we would probably have been reaching out feelers to Turing or Precious or whatever na, sneak in a Kylie number kasi we're celebrating.
Mhm.
So kahit one lang, which most likely might become all the lovers as a group number, which is still fantastic to see.
Kahit nga
Whenever
wow
you-
lang as closing, even with the
Yes.
basketball layups in it. But
Yes.
sige. It's still Kylie.
Oh my gosh. What is the one gift you want to receive from each other?
I don't know.
Tawa.
May mga expectations ka kung
Oo.
heterosexual. Di ba? Yung mga, I want a baby. But admittedly, I wish we could have a kid. One which I think you would raise to an awesome kid. And I would make him so chaotic, him or her, so chaotic because I would allow the kid to do anything creative. And you'd be like, Toby, tama na, too much na. But
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I
it's
don't
okay,
know.
sige,
I
eat the
don't
crayons,
know.
eat the crayons, learn from your mistake.
You should eat crayons. I'm not letting a child eat crayons. As much as they're non-toxic. No.
I'll join you, Patrick, a brown arm. But yeah, I think
I don't like it.
had this been a better country wherein if we actually adopted and raised a kid as two dads, then I would have, of course with your permission, filed now for papers to try to have a kid adopted so we could raise one. But sadly, that is not what this country is.
Yeah.
We
So we have Nico.
Yeah.
no, but seriously, if we tried to adopt, we would be
We can.
torturing this kid to years of
Yeah.
being taunted because our damn system does
And
not.
it's the weird. We can adopt as individuals, but not as a couple.
The kid wouldn't have our name.
Uh,
So, oh my gosh. But yeah, that I think is my answer.
that's
No,
why.
well, yes.
That's a strange. Okay,
may,
gift
may
answer.
pangalan na kayo eh. Si Nico.
Forever.
Pero si,
Pag nag-adopt sila, ako pa rin bunso.
pero si Nico, hindi nakikinig yan.
Oy! Grabe. Grabe. Magsama-sama kayo lamot.
I don't know about a gift. Yeah, I don't know about a gift.
Because we give each other gifts.
Yeah, we give a
very
lot of
often.
stuff, and then admittedly, I know I'm difficult also to buy for because I buy most of what I want for myself.
Okay, first, you're difficult to buy stuff for because without the knowledge of what to buy, we'll most likely but I'll most likely buy the wrong thing.
That's true.
Diba?
My interests are very
Like,
niche, and then whatever those interests are, I already own many
and
things.
there's finer details to it. Like you might say, for example, I know you like Soundwave, so I might find a Soundwave figure that I think you'd like to have. But other than the fact you probably own it na, it's probably also something you don't own because it's bad or it's pangit and it's not worth owning.
Okay.
So parang why would I even buy that? But since I don't know those things, I might end up getting,
But yeah,
look
so-
what I got you.
It's so hard to get you gifts. Like both of you.
It's tricky. And admittedly, I used to be easy because you can just get me any stuffed toy or, excuse me, burping, or porcelain pig figurine and I'm happy na. Nowadays, admittedly, I'm more in the realm of I don't really care about gifts. Food is fine because it's easier.
Or
Yeah.
kitchen stuff.
Because I've had some
Di din.
people,
Di na.
Did?
yeah, because I've also had some people give gifts and in the end, hindi ko rin magamit or hindi ko rin gusto.
Yeah.
At nakakaya naman kasi they made an effort.
Yeah, there are some weird specialized kitchen things we've received. Na parang, we want to use it, but we don't know how to make the dish.
Mhm.
Ganyan. So how do we use this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, if I shoot for the moon, then I guess it's like a house. That's like which is like our long-term goal.
A
like,
house with a garden.
yeah, to get away from condo life and like get a house. But then at the same time, I like the security and convenience of a condo versus a house. So I don't know. It's give and take.
Yeah.
It's like just recently the whole power outage situation. Even though there was no power in the area, the building still had a generator, and then we
Mhm.
still had lights for some lights and some outlets. So we weren't really.
I think the closest.
bereft.
Yeah, I think the closest is maybe a house with staff.
Wow.
No. But that means it's like a condo na ma-brown out. Kasi sir, okay lang, andam na namin yung generator. Oh, sige, gawin niyo na.
Good night, Mon. Sleepy na daw si Coco. Good night, Coco. Thank you
night.
for joining.
Love you.
Yeah, and then yeah. So I think that's it. Which is really for us. Like it's the next step in our living together journey. Like property. I mean, I was raised wanting that you should have property and not virtual space. Because a condo, it's like,
I get the room, right?
it's a, oh naman.
You'll have a guest room.
Napasok ko talaga.
Oh.
You'll have a guest room that has, shelf space for, the Lego that you can't keep. But then may tracker ng number of years that have passed na hindi ka pa nang libre.
Uy, libre ako. Diba nga, he made a big deal out of it. Oh, nalibre si Nico.
Yes.
Rupert, very nice view with you three tonight. Hope to see you again soonest. Hopefully December 15th anniversary. Yes. We super hope. Or I don't know. Should we have a small gathering? Na tayo na lang. I wouldn't mind
maybe, I mean, kung 10 naman ang limit, baka naman we can find a way to make it work.
I don't know. But yeah,
we'll find a way. We'll
love
find
you
a
and
way.
miss you guys.
Love you and miss
We
you.
have to see each other. Last we saw each other was March 5th.
Yeah, was pre-pandemic.
And then there's the virtual see each other na lang when we had the call and
Very
good night.
Joey. Si Nico sa hirit na yan. Friends reference. Joey.
Very Joey.
Are you a Joey on Friends? I don't think you're a Joey.
I
on
know, will I
Friends.
have
Oh,
a
no.
room?
Pwede.
Ayan.
Pwede.
Kasi who else, no?
Yeah.
Parang who else in the show?
I get a room. Oh yeah, the episode when Monica and Chandler got in house.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
He gets a room.
But
friends and
but Nico wasn't. But Joey wasn't so special. Yeah, and then I don't know what else. Me, I'm just okay. And I guess as we approach wrap up, I'm super glad that Nico's here. I'm super glad that Nico did this. And then I mean and we've talked about it so many times. But I mean as much as Nico has been anak since before we got together.
Yeah.
Nico predates the relationship. And we've always been friends, but then I think the best thing to come out of this pandemic is that we've become much better friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think in these last few months because we've really, but without the distraction of Obar and entertaining other friends and all in different social circles, it's just been a lot of just talking with the three of us, and it's been awesome. And so I'm super happy for this, and this is. And it was super funny seeing how nervous Nico was before this.
Oh, they enjoyed it.
I
so much.
super enjoyed it. He was his hands were shaking kanina. But it's as I told Nico naman many times leading up to this, there is no better person to host this show. Because Nico's been there since the beginning. Since before the beginning, I don't know. But Nico's been there, and thank you.
So I'll just share, answer the question, the greatest gift that you guys gave me. I think was the Siyempre, gusto ko talaga share. I'm so proud of it kasi. So one time kasi we were drinking, and then we were talking about the Lego sets, and I just mentioned that I had this my dream set of the National Space Station. And they got it for me. I didn't ask for it, but they got it.
Well, it's more rocky.
It's more.
Because admittedly, I can't afford that much. But
No, it's not that bad. You would have afforded it. But yeah, I had no hesitation. It's really, as a kid, let's find it. And then
So,
it was, I got it it was a US order that had to travel and all
It was
that.
supposed to be a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
It came in early.
Well, I didn't want to be late.
Yeah, but it
So-
came in early. So now like it's like beside my bed. It's,
Hindi pa naman na-build. So, kaya pa. Christmas.
thank you.
Ayun ako. And I don't know, I'm
Super
Yeah.
spoiled.
well, you're spoiled with reason naman. It's because also that because you've been there since
Yeah.
the beginning, and me, it's like,
I'm happy to be part of it.
and it's not just, it wasn't just like blind support naman. It was like may reason si Nico, and then and our very early conversations were about that because he could see naman how different Toby was and stuff, and that it super meant a lot
This
to
naman,
me.
this was the exit. This is you. So parang
Sorry, I just saw messages from my mom.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
nangangamusta lang, and then she sent me a message using Dad's messenger. So medyo nagulat ako.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
it's a picture of me and Dad from before.
Okay. Noel says, Nico, di ba dream set mo yung Harry Potter castle?
hindi.
That's what you thought, Noel.
I want that set, but no.
Yes.
The dream set was the International Space Station.
It's just that maganda yung kaso.
Maganda yung castle, yes.
That's true.
Kasi ang
Although,
dami kasi minifigs eh. So,
may isang defect lang on the waterway na misaligned. But I mean, I've seen videos, but yeah. The space station is cool.
yeah.
Kasi nga, and then I don't know, I know I said I'd touch on it like yesterday's, the Geek Storage episode, but then what has become like, my solution for my Lego collection is to give it to Nico. And then now,
I don't have shelf space.
I can buy Lego for Nico that I feel is partly mine.
Yeah, I think that's a strategy that many do as they get more mature. Wherein there might be stuff you normally can't celebrate or enjoy anymore, but you can do so by having others celebrate it.
Mm.
So like kunyari, bawal ka na uminom masyado, then you'll share your drink, or bawal ka kumain ng sweets.
Parang si Rupert na naman to eh.
No, not I mean,
Suddenly we're all drinking for
but
Rupert.
diba, parang you're not allowed sweets, but then, sige, I'll buy the sweets, share ko na sa'yo kasi I really want to eat
Yeah.
it, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because I had that also with mine. Who
Ah,
bought those, oh my God, nasa 4,000 yata yung cost ng dessert na yun. But nung nag-comment ako
was this
"Uy,
the baklava?
yes. So shinare niya sa amin because yun nga, she's trying to avoid eating too much sweets. And they were really good baklava. To the point that I ended up sharing it with my mom because I wanted her to try it also.
I didn't eat it.
But it's 4,000 to order that. Can you
And I
imagine?
guess it was a big order naman.
So you could imagine na parang being able to share the joy
Yeah.
is a way that we can process sometimes things that either we can't do or can't embrace alone anymore. And I guess that's part of it. Kasi nga you're realizing you don't have to be the only one celebrating it.
But yeah, I'm very happy for you both. Congratulations on your anniversary.
Mm.
I'm very happy to be part of it. Sobrang like napag-usapan na natin to, but sige, I'll mention it.
For the show.
No
But
problem,
I feel
Nikki.
very honored and like, super special na the anak has stopped. Kasi through the years naman, I had different tables, I had different friends.
Mhm.
But kayong dalawa, you never naman nagbago. Like how you treat me from way back. It's still the same how you treat me now. Even more.
Ah.
And I appreciate the friendship. So cheers to more years.
Yay.
Don't forget my room.
Yung tanong na lang if it will be bigger than the dog's room.
No, it can be smaller, but I need shelf space.
Good answer. That's a good answer. Because the dog will probably own the garden.
Saka Nico has already now experienced in dealing with waking up to a dog. So
Right.
non-stop bingsu moments. Hello, Nikki. Thank you for finally joining.
Nikki, now that you've joined, baka you have a question you'd like to ask us.
Oh nga, we've already dealt through the difficult one and report question, so anything is
wait,
easy.
There's still one more before we close. Like,
Oh
your
my
question to him and your question.
Oh
to
my
him.
god.
Yeah, we haven't ano yet.
Oh no, I still don't have a question. Do you have a question?
I have Baduy questions.
Yeah, let's go Baduy.
And I also have
we can go Baduy.
Maarte questions. I'm still deciding which one.
Wow.
We can go Baduy.
Yeah, Baduy na lang.
I think they're expecting it naman. So.
Mm-mm.
Nikki! No,
There's no guarantee.
Ask anyway, Nikki. And then if it already has been asked, then we'll mention that it's been asked and we'll explain what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, ask something.
Oh, I didn't answer the exotic pet one, but I don't know.
The lizard.
So that's Toby's answer to
Yeah,
the
that's my
question.
current exotic pet, the lizards. If I could have the dream pet would be a Venus flytrap, only because I like the idea that I have a carnivorous plant.
Hmm.
But I know it'll die because you have to feed those things, and I don't want to have you have bugs to feed it every now and then.
Super worms.
I would like to have those. I forgot they were called the sugar flyers. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Those yung
Ah.
the small things that glide. Oh.
My friend has that. Kasi when you walk in though, they jump.
Yeah,
from wherever,
can
they
you
jump to you
imagine?
now.
And then when you're in the house, I'll train it. Yung parang, okay, I want Splendor. It's lilipad siya doon. And then,
Oh,
diba, ganun
that's
siya.
asking too much. But
No, kaya yan.
Flying to a board game. Ikaw nga, nahirapan to find the board game. What more the sugar flyer?
Tuturuan ko yun. Or it's either that or an octopus.
Octopus. After that Twilight Zone episode, you still want an octopus.
Well, they didn't treat him right.
I think if ever my long term like exotic pet, like since I was a kid, Buzz, like I've always wanted an ant farm to like have an ant farm. But then the one time I tried, I couldn't mail in for a queen's, but I just put ants and then they died because they had no structure.
so,
Yeah.
I just like 2 months ago, I watched videos about the night market.
It's,
They're
it's kind
complex.
of
They're complex.
fascinating.
You have to,
And then awesome pa yung farms na may glass because you can
Yeah.
see the structures.
Mm-mm.
But you know how to tell the difference between a girl and a boy among ants?
This is a joke.
The finger.
No.
What?
You put them in water.
Tapos,
If it sinks, it's a girl ant. If it floats,
It's buoyant.
no, pighati pa rin ako.
11 years of this.
Sige. I'll try to I'll try to
Nikki says
I'll try to keep that joke.
Nikki just suggests to go to Australia or New Zealand to get married. We have long discussed getting married in another country.
I'll get the beer for.
But if we're going to come home here and our marriage doesn't count, then what's the point? So that's, I mean, like, then it's like, then we might as well just have a commitment ceremony. And then like, diba? Then it's just like, wala, it's just pretend lang. It's play lang. Because until the country recognizes our rights, then there's no real reason to do it.
Yeah. And as much as it might sound cynical to state this, but I don't really see the need to spend for a ceremony to remind ourselves we are committed to each other.
Mm.
Because I think we would rather spend our money on each other as we remind ourselves we're committed to each other.
Or on Nico.
Diba? No, but seriously, kasi the ceremonies, they're nice and all, but I think in terms of family, they already feel and see how we treat each other.
Mm-mm.
And if they were to be asked to attend some ceremony and follow this, whatever, but then it won't lead to a legal, or what, di parang, so why are we doing this?
Yeah.
We'll have that feeling, but
I want it to matter in the sense that it has legal weight
Mm.
after, and then I can make free medical decisions and all that. Amazing. So like I have to get a new ring because my ring is loose.
or we don't have to worry about the other having trouble if one of us
gets hospitalized
Yeah.
and we automatic like power of attorney over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's these things which sound very it seems like it's like belittling a relationship down to like the legal stuff or but at this point it's important because because the commitment we're comfy naman, we're okay.
But if it were within our financial capabilities to like invite you all to celebrate with us somewhere
To a
abroad,
foreign
and
wedding.
then we'll like give you all
Sure,
tickets.
sure, Nikki, we
Yeah.
will fly you.
Why not? I mean, if okay. I have my question, Nico.
Oh, oh no. Okay.
Okay, let's assume by some miracle the Philippines declares, "Yay!"
Is this your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
We approve the Sogi bill. We now have equal rights. We will now recognize marriage and all this, that, etc. Let's say this miracle does happen.
Wait,
Okay.
what's the
Okay.
question?
Yeah, I'm going to.
as usual,
So let's say the Philippines made
Yan.
a
Knock, knock,
magical, miraculous turn, and it is now super supportive and will recognize our union and etc. etc. Where would you want us to do that celebration? And what would make it the celebration? So parang, is it in this country? And what is it? 100 people? Is it a private event?
Like
Is it
be very detailed.
do we take over a beach and turn it into a desert for yung mga ganun. So that's my question to you. Assuming it were all recognized and legal, what is our dream event? And let's say kasi lahat ng friends natin nag-sponsor ng isang taon ng sweldo nila to make it happen. So we have that much budget.
I don't want to go very far. Okay, because in all reality, we don't. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, guys. We're not beach people.
That's true.
So,
And as much as I love Lost and you love sand because of Dune,
but we're not. I don't necessarily want to do a beach wedding.
because it's so annoying to have sand everywhere.
So when you ask us to go to the beach and we say yes, it's a big
Sabi
thing.
ko na,
Oo naman.
I know.
And mind you, there's the kasama, oh my God, my slippers has
Kaya
sand.
nga, diba, galera,
Okay, no, but
answer the question.
Sige. So I don't know about a good venue for like the ceremony. Because I'm assuming it's a legal proceeding and not a religious one. So sorry.
Sorry, nakita yung question niyo. Go on,
Yeah,
go on.
And then it's part of it. And then but I know I want the reception at O.
Sasabihin ko dapat can't be all.
The reception will be O, which means I do want a drag show
Yeah,
for the reception.
and-
And sorry na lang if there are people who are uncomfortable.
And assuming lang, let's say is it OO or is it anywhere basta O ang mag-handle?
Ay, hindi. Gusto ko O-bar
Oo
mismo.
talaga.
But
It's
like,
not-
but-
wala tayong pakialam if Araneta Coliseum
But
is
it'll be
available.
weird, like, it'll be
We
like-
want it to be at O.
it'll be like daytime O-bar. It'll be like
Kasi it's our
afternoon
event.
O-bar.
But it has to be at all. I mean, no talaga.
And then and that
kind of
and that means inviting family to come over and join us.
Is it the divas come up with the show or do we ask numbers for each diva?
It's your wedding. You can
No, but what do you foresee? Parang,
Uh,
is it gonna be Precious perform this, Doreen perform this, or is it okay?
just
Show nyo,
just wing it.
but we want to see what you'll prepare.
You
prepare for
want
us.
experience.
I think I'd want to set up a set list. I would
Okay.
probably set up a set list.
Not Kylie naman.
No. But
Hello. Parang best of na
it's
gusto mo.
very best of.
Hmm.
Very best of. Nice for Broadway, but it's more relatable to more
Best.
people in our circles. But I would still want to arrange it and like that. This is the lineup for the day. Yurim was asking, sino ang best
Yeah.
man?
So I was going to ask you.
Okay, ako I have problems with that. Not in terms of who to choose, but the best man maid of honor concept for me is troublesome.
Kasi
Kasi nga, it's a gay. We're two guys.
okay, kasi so pareho may best man.
So pareho bang may best man or isa
Or
ba dapat?
we both have a best man and a bridesmaid.
Exactly, di ba?
We have both.
And with all this confusion, excuse me, I'm burping. I can't help but feel tuloy I want to just reinvent the wheel for that. Have my own entourage list.
Sige, but who would it be? Like, sige, pwedeng best man,
Okay,
pwedeng
kasi those
maid of
roles have a meaning.
Oh naman.
Diba? The maid of honor supposedly is the
But you're also
next.
are you
ano.
pulling too much from the
But that's my
Catholic
point. So
structure?
since we're not following that anyway, then I'd rather do away with the usual entourage, best man, maid of honor, flower girl, etc., and come up with our own list.
So what's the list?
And that list might be made up of different roles and titles from different things we love that now have a symbolic meaning.
But who is that next person? Who is your second?
Ang hirap naman
If it's a duel,
ang hirap naman tanungin to.
who's your second?
Si Golden Bear, Flower Girl.
I honestly have no idea yet, only because there are a number of people who I consider parang at that level to be my second, but it's for different reasons.
Okay.
Like I have a friend who I feel I can trust with anything. I can tell that person anything. But then I have another person who I know I can rely on, which is different because I don't necessarily open up everything to that person. But I also know that no matter what I've opened up, ang sagot will make it work. We'll take care of it. We'll deal with it.
Okay.
And then likewise, I have someone naman who has been, this is what I expect of you. You should be much better. And so with that, it's hard for me to choose.
Okay, but to that point, sige. Sino ang nasa list? Sabi ni Yuri.
Well, Urim's there as one of them. I would say in which spots, only because Urim's there, Flip's there. The other person I'll have to include in the list would be James.
Fair.
Yeah. But if you look at Urim, Flip, and James, sobrang different reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's hard for me to say of the three, I have to choose one who is above the rest.
Yes.
And I can't answer that.
Toby hates ranking.
Yeah. Nicest nga, nahirapan ka pa. Matang pa. So, sige.
Don't ask me sino favorite anak ko. that look. Love you. Ikaw.
Nico's my best man.
Not the maid of honor.
No. Nico's my best man. That's it. That's like
so ikaw
I have no
maghahanda
other
ng
question.
I didn't
bachelor
expect
party.
that, ha?
So ikaw maghahanda ng bachelor party.
Oh,
I sees you.
the other half is just knowing that just how stressed Nico was for this episode.
They enjoyed it, by the way.
I cannot imagine the stress for a wedding. So, yay, kaya man.
For the past 3 weeks, parang sobrang, feeling ko enjoy na yung stress.
Oh, every time I get to remind people during other episodes that, and we're going to do an anniversary episode, and Nico is going to host. Na kahit tahimik na si Nico, he's working while listening to the show. Lalabas na,
But yeah, if that happened, and I think it will, I think I can do it speech.
But yeah, let's continue more on this trend.
But Nikki is coordinator.
Yes. Yes,
Nikki has extensive experience in wedding coordination.
Nikki, you
so
are
look on your face.
You are our coordinator, Nikki, for sure. I'm not sure. Will we have a priest?
No, but
or
I mean, there's some sort of officiator.
Or will it be
I don't know.
A legal, ano?
Yeah. So I don't know who that would be because we don't have, at this point in time, we don't have like someone who plays that spiritual role in our life or as a counselor.
As odd as it sounds, if it were something that can be done.
Mon and Rupert. I was gonna say Mon and Rupert. Like if there were someone to officiate, then I would want Mon and Rupert to officiate.
Yeah. Only because they're up there.
And then they've nurtured all of us. So that's totally a thing.
And then I want Grace to have some part of that.
The door bitch.
Because we love you, Grace. Yes, the door bitch is the role.
Hi, Doc.
RD.
Is Grace here?
No.
RD
has to be there. RD has to be at the table.
Okay. Because it's really a dog's table.
Yes.
Nakikitable lang tayo.
We'll fill it up with all of his ordinance. Make sure it's puno yan.
Okay, so that tells us RD is going to be the one to finalize what the food will be.
the food and the seating arrangement.
Kasi siya yung, lagay mo na yung food
Ah.
dyan. Dyan na yun.
Food and seating arrangement.
Yeah.
Siya yung mandatory siya.
Well, and then if anything for
Well,
my
with Nick's help, because Nick is
Uh-uh.
coordinating.
and then for any equivalent like bridesmaid type thing or whatever. I mean, if I were to have something in my entourage, then it's my sister,
Mm.
without a doubt.
Your sister and my sister. I don't know how they'll work on that, but I think it will happen because they both have kids, pa. So I can imagine the kids will participate in some degree.
Oo naman. We need ring bearers.
Okay.
Pa.
Who's our celebrity singer who's present in the reception?
Obviously not Lea Salonga. We
Kasi-
burned that
kasi-
bridge.
Kasi I might go. Love mo. Parang kilala ko siya.
Sino yan?
Oh my God. Oh my
What
God.
musical? What music?
RG, I'll just order everything.
So me and my tables, I just ordered.
Okay,
That's true though.
If we could shoot for the moon, I want Lin-Manuel to be present.
Oh wow, that's a big wedding.
Only because we love his work. And
I don't think he does wedding
I know,
numbers.
but assuming for some reason
Jed says Kylie. Oh nga, along those lines. Di parang we invited Kylie.
Kylie will be there, but parang feeling ko we won't have her there to perform. If she chooses to perform, kilig tayo. But no.
Wow.
Pero kailangan may
Wow.
lines.
Pero
Wow.
pero it's really more attend ka lang.
Can I just, wow. Guess that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, of course. We'll be like Kylie, attend ka. But we don't need you to perform.
Everything loud.
Kasi
It's fine, it's fine.
kasi yun yung magiging reaction niya. Parang, what? I'm invited but I'm not performing.
Hindi
Sabi, parang,
big.
kasi,
You're just
no, we
invited.
just love you. We just want you to be here with us.
Pero yung stage nakahanda ng LED floor na very, very infinite disco.
Yeah. Parang ganon. And then, okay, if we could have one tradition though, what would it be? Because you know, have the different traditions.
Oh, the
You have
doves.
the-
Please do the doves.
You have the doves. You
Oh my
have
God.
You have the ganyang wine. Ano.
I've seen we had one
You have the money
mixing
dance.
the mixing of colored sand.
Yeah, you have the money dance. You have the babasagin yung glass.
That sounds like a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, but you know, with all these different traditional practices, which one do you feel we should have?
I don't know.
Or is it going to be a couple dance that will show and everyone gets
We'll
surprised?
spend money on it.
Yung nga yung mga ganun eh.
Oh my God. Super ano.
I don't like pin the money dance because then you're pinning money on the whatever outfit you invested in.
I
Parang,
don't like to pin. Kasi
uh-uh.
parang, why am I asking for money?
Okay, there we go. That's the real reason. Toby's like he has enough money.
No, it's not. It's not
I'm
naman like
still
that.
looking for the envelope.
No, it's just that if I'm celebrating our wedding, I don't want people to be thinking of money.
Oh my god. So Urim says the cake, but then that makes the cake keto, which is kind of not fun. Doc says make a mandala. But that's years of work and meditation. Yung sand na, no? Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing that we want to do.
Okay, I have to state this early. I don't think I'll want cosplay in our wedding.
That's
In
I
as
think
much
that's
as
fair.
in as much as I wouldn't mind, I just feel that our celebration is not about the geekdom.
Yeah.
So I'm fine na parang if you want to wear something na medyo inspired sa cosplay mo, let's say naka medyo suit ka na may scarf kasi Doctor Who fan ka, then that's fine. But if you'll come to the wedding as a
Doctor Who.
artist or as Doctor Who, parang I'm sorry, it's not about you.
Yeah. So
Good point.
we talked about this many times. We're not doing theme weddings.
Yeah, we're not doing a theme wedding. We might have some inspiration from the stuff we love in the wedding. But no, it's not going to be a Transformers wedding. It's not going to be a Lost wedding. It's not going to be a board game wedding.
Transformers wedding. Everybody.
Oh, trust me, there have been
Oh, really?
interesting online stuff.
I'm
And
sure you're going to show
and
this
you know,
to me.
more to them if that's what they like.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's something we're gonna do. Yeah, we've talked about it, man. And then there's the stupid. I know we mentioned this in another episode. I'm gonna say it again. We've already committed. We're never going to let a reality show get involved in our wedding.
Yes. I mean, we might get involved with the reality
To
show.
document.
Yes, and then in the end we'll say no, we're not pushing through. But then we just did it all and we got to experience it. But okay, yun.
Yeah, but then like, ano ba yung mga you get amateur whatever competitor chefs to cater the wedding.
Mm-mm.
No,
Stress yun.
No.
Yung parang you have two teams and then they'll both show up. Ito yung wedding cake namin. Ito yung wedding cake namin. We made it in 24 hours.
Si Doc na mag-aasikaso ng food.
Yeah, but Doc, wag reality show.
Yeah, none of that. I don't know. I mean, like, I definitely want to think about. I mean, the only things I kind of liked was like, I mean, the sand thing was cute. I don't know. I think we can build on that somehow. It was a nice visual, and they used like super bright colored sand. That's nice. And then it becomes this weird like thing you get to keep. That hey, this is our wedding sand. that's forever mixed together. I don't know. Is there stuff you like?
I'm now trying to think of parang what's our giveaway.
ang advanced na mag-isip. How did we get to this wedding plan?
Diba? Like some would give plants, some would give we know in terms of board games there have been people who gave personalized games
or dice.
Natatawa ko where this conversation is going.
So ako parang I'm thinking parang I want the giveaway to be non-hassle for the people who receive it.
So nothing alive.
Yeah, nothing
Because
alive.
I'm sorry, I've killed so many wedding plants.
Yeah, and nakaka-trauma, no? Feeling mo parang, have I caused their wedding to fail because I killed the cactus they gave me? Yung mga ganong
Doc saying,
fears.
don't trust him with food. Walang gulay at all. Problem yun.
That's true. Si Doc ayaw ng gulay. Giveaways. Tricky yung giveaway.
Uy, ikaw nag-introduce ng question ng ritual. Tapos wala ka pa
I'm
rin.
sorry, you still have to ask me a question.
Oo nga.
Okay, ritual. I think the ritual I would like, I definitely want personalized vows.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write the
That
heck out of
That
that.
has to be part of it.
But then I think, kasi you normally have certain people in the entourage give speeches. Diba?
Mm.
Si best man may speech.
Normally it's the sponsors.
Ganun eh, diba? May mga ganun eh. I think I want, instead of speeches, I think I want some sort of booth where people can just leave messages for us. And then we can just watch it later.
Ah, okay. I've seen that done. I've
Parang
seen
a
that done.
confession room na
Dedication.
kasi everyone naman has something they want to say and I don't want to limit it to just
Or diba, there was one that they did like, you write dedications
And then
and
it's a
then it
wall.
was on a wall.
ang ayaw ko lang sa ganun kasi may feeling ka others can see it.
Yes.
Mm.
So I want it parang just for
Very
Just a
personal,
booth.
yeah.
Okay. But then most will use it as a photo booth lang.
That's
Like,
true.
So madaming message si Nico. Okay. May take 1, may take 2, may take 3.
Pasok ko talaga yun.
Oo naman. No, it's like tapos ang wedding plan just sa Google Sheet and calendar. Oo naman.
Of course.
I went through this with my sister.
Of
We
course.
totally did it already.
And we'd
So,
probably ask Google to, reopen Wave para we can use it for planning.
there are independent instances of Wave on personal servers. So yeah, I know they released the API for that. So just saying.
So yeah, so I think that's a confession boost. That's something I would like to have in terms of so everyone can leave their messages. And then
Doc wants 30 minutes in the booth. I think we need multiple booths.
But you have to put up the exit para like people are
okay, the other thing I think I would like to have is you know how some put favors in cake may you pull and then may message. You haven't seen that. I've seen that in some weddings. Okay. Now you have the wedding cake, but then you have all these ribbons, and then you can pull a ribbon, and then there's a message.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I haven't
So
seen that.
I would like to have something like that.
Noel would use Trello. I'm sorry, I hate Trello to death.
I hate Trello also. But I would like something like that. Doesn't have to be random. It could be like for everyone we've invited, there's a ribbon for them or something, but there's a small message for them. Only because we live in a world that it's sometimes so quickly we don't remember to say what we want to say to people we love. So,
But that's very you. I agree.
so that's my answer. What's your question?
What's your question?
There's a ring.
In one of the ribbons. Oh.
Yeah. Yun nga eh. May pinupull yan eh.
Or kaya raffle, like pag bunot mo like you have the location.
So yun nga, sabi na yung mine na, yung ribbons, one of them has a ring.
Why does it have a ring?
Parang sa bouquet, siya yung next na mabibless. Siya
Ah,
may
one of
ganun
those
eh.
things.
Pag ganun may
So gotcha siya.
pag bullet, ay,
Para siyang Genshin.
Hindi, mas gusto
Impact.
pag
Parang,
pag-
ay,
pag-
may
pag-
ring
pag-
ako.
pag-
Best
pag-
character.
mas maganda pag bullet, oh, it's one of Toby's envelopes. Raffle pala po niya.
Oh my God. Yun pa rin talaga yung topic natin.
Oo naman.
It's the best.
It's like fortune cookies. In some ways, yeah. Maybe 2 rings.
Then they have to hook up. Only if we watch.
only if our guest list is super curated. Yung parang our guests are only single but compatible.
Oh,
Then
that's
we can do
super
that.
cute. No,
Ah.
it's like in one wedding, they gave disposable cameras per table to take photos.
Oh, my cousin did that.
Ah.
It was cute. It's very nice.
Oh,
Well,
that's interesting.
well, maybe we can do something like that, but then it's take photos with your whatever device, but then share them here in this link.
I thought everybody does that now, and then use the official wedding hashtag, and then we can pull it, and then you can scrape from Instagram. I've seen this so many times. I mean, I'm sorry, social media is my day.
So we'll have an app name.
Depending what you mean by an app. I mean, there are template apps you can do, like Short Stack, that can scan these things
No, yeah,
already.
we're still in public. You can-
What? I know. Nico's here tonight, so.
Nico, ikaw ba, di ba? Okay. Your turn.
We're talking about the question.
Question again.
Your question to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's like Sunday now, but.
Then we can wrap up after the question. If others still have questions, please send them in because we're about to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
RD, if you have any questions for us, please shoot them in and we shall answer them if it is something we can
Polaroids.
answer.
Oh nga, yung mga Instax, camera.
I have a friend who did Polaroids, pero kasi the problem with that, like the guests were like taking them all.
Yeah.
And admittedly, Polaroids,
That's cute. That's a
the
good idea,
picture dies. The photographs,
I want
photos
digital.
of Polaroids don't last.
Talaga ba?
Because
Oh.
they were meant to be instant development. So after an amount of time, they fade. Which is why if you look at a lot of the wedding, my Polaroid booth sort of thing, a lot of them nag-fade na yung picture. They're not meant to set permanently.
So what are you thinking about the question? So Kenneth asked, what's
Kenny?
your,
Yeah.
What is your...
Wedding hashtag.
Oh. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the wedding hashtag.
okay, I think so one of the okay.
And it's like there are some very convoluted puns I have seen that they're trying to mix
But I'm sure
the names of the couple into a thing.
Or like really weird ones. Yung mga parang Jan finally is Jan's. So parang, bakit na parang one-sided? Ganun.
Well,
Parang A gets B.
Oo.
ganyan.
but feeling ko naman, if you had to pick one, I think Mamita would be the
Well, yeah, Rocky would be the one. Not me. Because if it's gonna be me, Rocky's gonna
not you
grow.
ba?
No. Rocky will be the one to decide on the hashtag, not me. Because if it was me, Rocky will be so annoyed.
But you'll come up with it.
Because he's gonna come with a very terrible pun.
That's him. That's him. Eh.
Yung mga Toby together with Rocky.
See, yun na kagad.
Oh, yeah. Yung mukha.
Wala pala. Sorry,
Diba?
Scratch,
Diba?
scratch that. So,
Yeah, so no, I don't think that's
okay,
good.
no. He's thinking about his question, oh. Sige na, go.
Wedding hashtags and
Lucky
your
to
friend.
be rocking your what the hell? That's a very long hashtag. I hate it when the hashtag is very long and then you're asking people at the wedding na everyone please use the hashtag ganyan. It's like oh my god. Then I see people like it's on a chalkboard na nakaplaka or mini whiteboard. That's very difficult.
Yeah. Or like we could like usurp an existing hashtag.
We don't deserve it's
Kasi let's say-
uphill struggle.
Let's say they're using it na for ganyan, then we'll use it and then we'll
and
take over.
it's some DDS hashtag. We fight. Toby, my question is, yeah, but what's this? Describe, what's this? So describe in detail a day in our life 10 years from now.
Oh
A day.
Yun ka na naman.
Yung nga eh. Kasi-
Don't put Sprite in
oh
my
no,
glass.
can you get one
Yeah,
from the ref?
Oh my god.
You can
Please
find
do.
it. A day in our life.
Don't give me sugar.
A day in our life 10 years from now.
Yeah, so that's our weirdly 21st anniversary.
So first of all, we wake up to the servants telling us that breakfast is ready.
We have servants in 10 years.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And the breakfast that is ready, they will confirm is for me if I want to eat early. But if not, it'll stay heated till 2 o'clock for your
My
Determined.
IF window. Pangit.
Then I walk out of the beautiful bed we're on. Well, I'm on to see you and past the glass walls, jogging in our garden as our 4 dogs chase after you. And the 5th pet, the cat, just ignores us.
That is a recipe for disaster. You do not jog with dogs.
Oh no, they're gonna jog because they're trained to jog.
No, I've been there. Okay,
Yeah, that's good. They are trained to jog alongside us. And then I get
do not
past you.
jog with dogs.
I sit down in the couch to turn towards my people and tell them,
I'm sorry, you're being.
yes, my people. So I'll tell them,
This is only
I think I'm retting you.
so I'll be like, how's work? So I have my Discord person logging in. I have my email person logging in. I have my Google Docs person preparing to type. And as I dictate what I want, they type and they send and they message.
Matagtamad ko in 10 years.
No. Because we have that many people na helping us. And then you come in and you're done with your workout. So your post-workout crew show up with your towel, with your change of clothes. They've ready the bath if you want to bath now. And then your yoga instructor, who's your personalized guide, is there ready if you'd rather have a cool down with yoga.
It's such a strange 10-year review. Okay, and then?
And yun. So in other words, we're still going through our usual life, but we now have a lot of people who are there to help make it easier and manage it. Because now we can still do what we do as work, but we have the freedom now to do other things we like.
Dogs
to do
like
as
it sounds like a Netflix series. As someone who did not grow up with a yaya, I am very uncomfortable with this 10-year view. I don't like other people in my house.
well. That's fine too.
I
In
don't
that
know.
case, they are all identical genetic clones of me.
We can have like the second floor is off limits.
I don't need many people.
Oh my
Like
God!
many
Wait.
versions.
Second floor is off limits. So downtown Abbey tayo.
Oh my goodness.
We have the servants in the ground
Yes.
floor. But then, nandun ka sa second floor, so walang servants.
Nick is like, we're billionaires in 10 years. Apparently, we
And
have
then-
so much
And then
money.
I'd go downstairs and I'd be like, prepare lunch. And
No,
then they
you don't
all-
have to go downstairs.
No. I still want to. Because I want to talk to them naman.
And then the bells ring.
Oo, and then while they're all preparing, I'll look at the headmaster. And like,
Cinderella,
so-
Cinderella.
so gagano ako sa headmaster. Are they all okay? Are they...
Sorry, bakit nag-school?
Kaya nga,
Bakit may
bad.
headmaster?
Because they're all also there working as part of their training to have their own careers. Because we're still helping people.
Amos suggests that the servants are robots. I think I could buy into robots.
I don't want robot servants.
And they're all Google
I
activated.
don't want robot servants because that makes me feel like they're slaves. I'd rather they were there to learn and train, and then they can progress to better futures.
Sige.
And then we have new people that learn and train.
May training pa. Like, oh, thank you, Doc. Ano to, OJT?
Training center.
I don't know if I'm invested in this 10-year view. We need to
Okay.
talk about
The
this.
realistic answer is I think we have our own place.
Okay.
That's probably a house.
Okay.
I only fear that if it's a house, that means we will be away from a lot of our friends.
Oh, you think it's going to be... Well, to be fair, it's hard to find property except outside Metro Manila.
Yes. And if we do find property that's within Metro Manila, that would probably be property that is less accessible. Like it's deep inside the subdivision or it's, diba?
That's fair.
So that's my worry about having that sort of a place. That house, however, I still foresee having help. Only because if we're now living in the house, I would like someone who helps us manage the house.
Okay.
And we can just focus on other things we want to focus on.
But I want to live in.
live-in help. I don't know.
Ayaw na.
Ako, I would prefer live-in help.
Just,
I would prefer live-in help only because I don't want to wonder why they're late.
Kaya may kicker, di parang,
Hindi, for me, they'll have a separate house. Like may bahay na outside the main house na doon sila nakatira.
wow.
No.
Okay.
I can see
Sige,
that.
sige.
Kasi,
but may rooms going to be in the main house naman.
Oo naman.
well,
Ano
your
naman automatic naman? Oo naman.
your guest room. Yan ang guest room eh.
My guess is not going to be the
Kasi hindi naman pwede room mo lang kasi wala ka most of the time. Waste of space. Yun. So your guest room
I don't mind.
will be beside the gallery.
May gallery
Sa
bigla.
Yes, because the gallery is separate from your library.
Why do I have a library? Okay, sige.
3 books.
3 books.
3 books each time you buy.
Because-
10 years from now, ano? Ilang exponential number of books yan.
I'm buying digital now. You can't see my books anymore.
You'll still buy books.
I bought 3 today. They're all digital.
where can I apply
To be helped. I don't know.
Kenny. Kenny. If you want to be helped, there are certain rules. And I'm afraid, not to be blunt, help requires height.
Wow.
Because you can't have short help. How will they clean the ceiling?
Kenny's taller than me, you know.
Yeah, but if I had to choose between Kenny or a 6'4" person who'll clean the
We're
wall,
basketball players.
love you, Kenny.
Oh, nga, like, I'm not getting any taller. You know.
Okay, what's your dream house then?
Huh? In the city, sana.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't want to go far.
But is it like a tall ceiling house? Is it a large
Masaya
space?
na akong townhouse, admittedly. I mean, like, I'm very frugal.
But is
in
it
that
like the
sense.
standard house na may living room area and then it's all rooms na? Or is it a different type of house like you have a living room, dining room combined, an open kitchen? Yung mga ganon. Di ba? May mga ganon bahay eh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't put too much thought into the actual layout. I'm just me. It's more I want to be still near friends. I still want to be near O-Bar or whatever the O-Bar equivalent is. Diba? I still want to be able to go out. I'm too much a city person to leave the city. I can't leave the city.
I want a hidden room. Para kung magkagera, we can hide people there who we want to save from the soldiers.
Why is it World War II when we are hiding Jews?
I'm sorry, but I would like such an emergency room.
Okay.
No, Nico, that's not your room.
Oh, ano?
That's not. It can't be.
But if ever biglang nawala ako, that's where you'll find me. Yung parang, si Toby nawawala. Then you go to the room, you see me there. That's Toby, okay ka lang?
Diba? I mean, to be practical, I'm happy with the townhouse. And then if I really wanted to like push, then I would want then it could be a small compound-ish. And then like, as much as Nico may have a room in the main house, but may sarili siyang like townhouse equivalent if he, if he needs privacy or ganyan. It's not shit like that.
No, sorry, not was it Noel? Yeah, Noel mentions panic room.
Is it the
Okay,
same?
by the definition of a panic room is a room that you can instantly shut to lock for
Yes.
safety, and then it has supplies for a long
Yeah.
period of time.
This is different from Toby's hide the Jews
Yes,
room.
this is different from my hide from the time of wardrobe. I think I'm willing to not have a panic room
Right, ice refill.
because I am afraid of any room that automatically has to shut down and lock.
But all the panic room movies we watch, it's always them getting stuck in the panic room
Or they ipit and then
problems with the time
So, I
delay.
don't want
lock. Okay, that's
But I
fair.
do want a secure hidden room. Only because I'm trying
Nico
to...
lives in the pool house. Bakit kami may pool? Sorry.
Well, I think we will have a swimming pool.
Okay,
Even if
Toby-
it's a small one.
Yeah, I will just stay in the very shallow part. Because I still can't swim, guys. I still
Of
can't
the
swim.
few sports I was into.
Are we
swimming.
calling that room an Anne Frank room? I approve that the hide the Jews room is the Anne Frank room. Thank you, as always, Doc, for the most appropriate reference for that room.
Oh,
Always
God. Anne Frank room talaga.
Hermione forever.
Kung ganon, then the room is actually a panel that opens on the floor.
Oo, yung
Para
mga
ano,
Because you're hiding people.
Oo. Okay, I can live with that. I think I like that.
You're in the pool house daw, but then syempre Noel jokes with the pool boy. Well, I'll let Nico choose the pool boy.
Ako na mag-screen, so it's fine.
Big gaming table. Gaming kasi, well, I think will have its own like house, sub house. Venue. It's also kasi that means that guests don't enter the main house. So kung game night, then they don't have to go like in our personal space.
Talaga, feeling ko talaga you would need like the keycard access para lang.
Oh, it's like
Ako, parang ayoko ng key card access.
Ano naman. Kasi
It's the feeling hotel.
The keycard. What's
RFID.
Yeah, parang toll gate.
References
Hindi ba pwede retinol scan na lang?
Syempre, or with the cat. Meow.
Meow.
Do you want a slide in your house? I will probably say no. Toby, you will say
Slide? Maybe if we had a second floor and third floor.
It's
It's
a slide in the house. No? It's not related to the pool. It's
like if you were like third floor, diretso to ground floor in a slide, sure.
Oh, pwede.
And it has to be dog friendly. Para kami ng dogs, go, let's go!
I want water.
Okay, I will have to say, ayoko ng pool sa loob.
Okay, fair.
Messy.
Wow.
Ayokong basa-basa yung bahay.
Can Urim live in the game room? You can stay overnight pag overnight game nights, but nobody lives in the game room.
Maybe our compound will have rolls, and then we raffle off the rolls every year. So parang, okay, our game house master.
Fairness a question one, no? But
it's snowballed into this weird location.
Okay, and then by then,
Siyempre si Noel, slide daw or pole? Pati si Numay na nagtanong ng fireman's pole.
only firemen are included, and they have to be the right ones.
Poles are difficult, ha? I've like tried.
in 10 years,
We don't talk about it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay,
we can't do both anymore.
we can, pero may harness yung pole. May belt.
May elevator, may chair.
Pag ano mo sa pole, may kakabit kang belt. Tama, like platform lang yung natapakan. Okay. Nawala tuloy ako sa tatanong ko. Nawala tuloy.
You know, I see everybody's like firehouse pole. May theme by every house. Hindi naman theme, function. I mean, like, but I would, in all honesty, I would want guests segregated to a main area. The guests are there, and then like, but yung main, like where we actually sleep and stuff, only select friends would get that far. But apparently, si Nico may room yun by default. So.
Ako mag-ano na access.
Access management ikaw din pala. Sige. Aerial dance hoop din. Uy, O-bar na yun.
Grabe naman. We still want a reason naman to go to O-bar. Huwag namang naging O-bar na yung bahay, Noel.
Since we're dreaming, pwede.
No, I mean, admittedly, I still want O-bar to be special.
Yeah.
I don't want our house to be O-bar.
Sige lang.
Kasi if our house is O-bar,
medyo sad.
then it starts to feel like, why go out pa? And I don't want that. I would like though if the house was modular.
Talaga ko sa... You can get it.
No.
You're so into it. No?
So like kunyari Rocky's at work, and then we'll open the panel and like, and then pag uwi niya, bigla na lang, bakit bungalow na yung bahay? And then pag alis niya the next day, tapos pag uwi niya, bakit naging tower? Hindi ganun klaseng bahay. Hindi gusto ko. Para lang catch him off guard. What about a waterbed? Nope. Sorry. Not a fan of waterbeds. Never had any good memories with waterbeds. in the few times that I did stuff on waterbeds, it was just annoying. It was just messy. It was just frustrating. So no, not a waterbed fan. Not even not even indoor pools. Ayoko ng indoor pool talaga. I don't like the idea that people will feel it's okay to go around and leave water spills here and there. Kasi that's happen.
That's true. That's true.
Oh. And it just feels messy. Lalo na kasi we have dogs. Convertible house. Yeah. I would like the house though to be, may pagka design for green, for example, yung ceiling may solar panels. Yung gardens niya may prepared areas for, okay, I have to ban you.
Like, it's not so much green, but I'm just
What's the bottle?
yeah. Okay, I saw it. That's fine, but super late. I knew he was going to warn me about the bottle. But ako naman, di naman like purely green, but also just like so we're not dependent on Meralco. So kung power outage na naman in all of the city, at least may kuryente pa rin. Yay. Steam room massage. Wow, what's going on?
I just been trying to get a dog soon.
To get a dog, we have to move. So if you want to get a dog, we have to move to a condo that allows pets. Technically, our condo does not allow pets at all. Yeah. It was also a conscious, like after Yoshi, then I took it because I knew we weren't ready for a dog. I do miss having a dog. But yeah, we would have to move. We'd have to move. And then it's a question of, do I want to move to another condo or do I want to move to a house na sana? But admittedly, this, especially like this last typhoon thing, yung nga na appreciate mo yung condo life na you're safe, may power, and all that. And so I don't know. That's why Kenny was asking if we want a dog.
Oh, I have my last,
Soon.
Ayoko.
Are you still building on this house?
Yes. Ayokong nasa beachside.
Okay.
Wala lang. I don't want the problem of sand. I don't want the terror of tsunami.
Okay.
And
fair.
I don't want the fact that beach always means mosquitoes.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
and then,
or sand bugs.
and then kasi
or
kahit
sand fleas.
even like Tagaytay is like no longer as fun retirement option because Taal is still a concern.
But in terms of like
Tagaytay.
choosing between near the mountains or near the beach, I'd rather near the mountains. Ayoko near the beach.
But Nico ring, I don't know. And of course, Nico has a different opinion. But I don't know. I'm ready for Baguio. Because nakakatakot. Same thing, I'm like scared.
Very beach and very Baguio. So
I know.
Sorry. Your room siguro mukhang beach sa loob. But that's it.
Ikaw lang yung may buhangin.
May buhangin ka sa kwarto.
I know, it's so weird. I know. It's like, I don't know how parang ang dami nangyari in 10 years lang. Kasi 10 years lang yung tanong ko.
Not a fan of living by the beach then. Wala lang. I just don't like that an earthquake beyond the beach can be ramifications you'll deal with. And it's really not like parang dito means nagkaka-tsunami. It can just really happen if earthquakes do happen. So I don't want that fear.
Yeah, so I mean, so we're not going to live by the beach, but if Nico wants to go to the beach, we'll go to the beach with Nico.
Siguro yung mga, Nico, may beach ka, sige, kung may helicopter. No?
Wow! May helicopter na tayo.
excited ako doon.
Biglaan. Yeah. Okay, so I think, at saka our view count is now dwindling below 10, which is fine. Thank you for people who have stayed this long for what has become the strangest extreme makeover house planning, ewan, I don't know. Parang kahapon, it ended with just us talking to the Google unit.
Yeah. So to close, Nico, you're still the host, so you'll have to be the one to prep to close.
How will you wrap up this anniversary episode?
Well, to close, I'm very happy that I was able to celebrate this night with you guys.
Spread.
Even sobrang kabado ako like, for the past 3 weeks.
Such fun.
Such fun.
This week's
Yeah,
laugh.
it was really fun. I think I over prepared, or I over
You brought a coat.
Yeah.
Yes, you over prepared.
I saw brother overthink about it, but yeah, it was very fun. Thank you for everybody who said the questions. And thank you for joining us. It was really fun. But yeah,
And oh my God, we hit 20.
Yeah,
That's-
like 20, like
20 something.
Well,
Nah.
20 kasi may 2 from me.
2 is you.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But
sobrang...
it wasn't like Rogue Mods lives na ano.
So thank
Lumabot
you
naman
so
100.
much.
I don't know if do you have a last anniversary statement, something? I don't know. Should we have a something? I think we have a something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a question? Is it just a statement?
No, it's just a statement. It doesn't have to be a question. I think we're done with questions. Yeah, and purple hearts. That's in mine.
Is it to each other? Is it to the viewers?
Go bala.
Whatever.
Oh.
Go for it. Ano? Oh no. Yung icy Toby, but sige, go.
Well, as all of you as witnesses, I am just affirming, as I did before, that April night at Obar Malapit, that if I could, I would ask for your hand in marriage. Because I truly see someone who has not just inspired me to be the best me I could ever be, but is someone who I would love to share the rest of my life with and see him grow to be the best him he could also be.
Someone keep your hair.
Vows.
So we have to deal with this like after the stream. So okay.
Yeah, and then me, I mean,
Kung hindi lang prepared inisip ko lang yun as we were.
yeah, sure.
Speaking from that.
No, I mean the past 11 years have been a super ride, and it's often very surreal. And we always have these moments of like, I mean the stupid finishing each other's sentences thing. It's so corny. It's so rom-com, but these sorts of things keep happening to us. So I guess it's just a reminder that we're really meant to be in this relationship. And it doesn't mean that it's always been easy. It's been super, super, super a lot of work. And I'm super happy. I'm super happy that Nico's here. You know, and yeah, this year has been such a shitty year. But I'm glad that we're together. I'm glad that we're still friends. We're better friends now. I think
Yes, that's true.
we're better friends now because of this pandemic.
We're super more in touch now than
Super.
before.
Super. I think we're gonna have a story, but yeah.
It feels and then like little things like it's only this year that we made a group chat na kami lang, which is funny.
Parang why now lang no,
Oo.
after all those years.
And we talk naman, we text and ganyan. When
Like,
needed.
like super random things like
But before it's like individual talks like leading up to, but more likely to go to comments on some Facebook posts and stuff. But we never made a group, so now we have a group, and it's just little things like that. So, yeah. So as bleak as this year has been, I have so many things I am thankful for still, and some of the biggest ones are here in this room. See, super, I know. So there. So yeah, and. Toby and I were like going back and forth about how we're gonna celebrate our anniversary this year, and then do you want to go out? Do you want to have dinner? I mean, the normal like things you think about, but then for pandemic, and it's like weird. But me, I said no. This
more so with the recent storm.
yeah, the
Parang
storm,
you don't want to feel like you're being insensitive, but at the same time, you still want to celebrate what you feel naman you deserve celebrating.
yeah. But I told Toby, this today's episode and this weekend, that's it. I'm happy now. And this is our celebration.
It does feel like a celebration.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Super.
definitely.
And it's
Definitely.
Super fun.
it's super important.
Mhm.
And it's like I couldn't think of any better way at the moment. Considering everything else going on, this is fine. This is exactly what I want. So yay. Yay.
Thanks for joining us.
Yay. Oh my god, we have to do extra.
Let's do extra. So that was more than 30 minutes. To be
It's Sunday
honest,
already.
it's at least 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm like, I had to much rather.
Or
But-
three, actually,
This is a
3.5
episode,
hours.
ah.
It's a very
Wait,
long episode.
it is?
It's 12:30.
Oh my god, I thought it was like 11:30.
No, it's 12:30. It's Sunday.
That was a lot of time, but we had so much fun, and we definitely hope you will join us again next time.
Very work now. And then, of course, round of applause for Nico for hosting today's event and gathering with questions and being nervous for 3 weeks. So, as always, if you have suggestions for future episodes or questions just for us that you didn't want to ask during the show, then fill out the Google form at bit.ly Baduy Pride Ideas. You can follow us on Twitter, Alto Vino Shade, RG Nico. Nico has Twitter, but he doesn't really check it.
But
So,
I'm on IG, so it's Nico de la Nella. So
what? So social. Okay, and then, oops, I double click. Oh, there
You
you
can
go.
also check out our blog. That's baduypride.com for all the previous episodes and stuff about us.
And the original text that Nico sent, where he says he's anak. I copied it.
Yeah,
onto a
yeah,
Baduy
it's there.
Pride
It's there. It's a Baduy Pride post.
Yeah, I
Yes.
transcribed it on Baduy because I don't have a copy anymore because I changed my phones so many times. But the actual text is still there. And then, well, I don't know if you can continue the conversation in the comments below, but yeah, if you have just stuff you want to throw our way, that's fine. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe for notifications, whether on Facebook or YouTube, so you don't miss our next live stream. Once again, I'm Rocky.
I'm Toby.
I'm Nico. Hi.
And this is Baduy
Baduy
Pride!
Pride!
Have a good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for